The golden eagle is one of North America's largest, fastest, and most agile raptors. This bird of prey has long inspired both reverence and fear.
Oh, they got him!
As it has been seen attacking large mammals or fighting off coyotes or bears. If you want to see this bird in action, it's time, because we're getting started.
Super!
Number 15. Golden eagle versus hare marmots. The people filming this video were hunting hares on farmland in Lincolnshire with a professional eagle falconer and his friends. The first days provided them with some stunning footage of a hare which turned and faced an incoming eagle, escaping the razor-sharp talons with perfect timing. There were plenty of other impressive flights, and eventually the golden eagles found their quarry. This man is on his estate with his golden eagle baby, on the lookout for brown hares. They work hard for their quarry, but there is an awesome flight showing just how incredible these birds and this style of hunting can be. Marmots are cute little animals that do not bother anyone. They live in their dens and come out to take the sun or grab a bite. But when the eagle soars, the marmot better get back into that cozy den and watch reruns of Friends. If a marmot is in the open field, it has absolutely no chance to survive an eagle attack. But the marmots are smart. They enjoy playing outside, so they've devised a communication system where they warn each other of danger. They signal one another of an upcoming eagle attack and immediately look for refuge by running into their dens. They need to act quickly, though, because the eagle is coming down at full speed. One last marmot runs for the den just as the eagle is approaching. Will it make it on time? It is right at the entrance when the eagle strikes, and bam! The marmot survives another day. Here among the mountains and moors of northern Scotland is a bird that embodies the best elements of the greatest raptors. The golden eagle has a beak that can rip flesh like a blade. Its powerful feet and dagger-like talons have the strength to crush the skull of its victims, yet the golden eagle wages an uncertain war for survival against prey that can vanish into the landscape faster than you can blink. In winter, these highlands are often snow-covered, but the snow can come and go just in a matter of days for the mountain hare. This can be treacherous for the hares, for these white bunny rabbits, which use the snow as camouflage. They usually freeze when the hungry raptors pass overhead, so without the cover of snow, they stand out cruelly against the brown hills. The eagle singles one out, but if the hare can turn uphill, it could take away the raptor's advantage of striking from above. The hare that took the high road survives, but the second one didn't, and it perishes at the mighty talons of the eagle. Number 14. Golden eagle attacks goat. Watch as a large eagle soars over a goat, catches it, and then flies with it before dropping it to the ground and killing it. Then it's off to the races while the eagle feasts. This demonstrates how eagles have evolved their strategy for hunting larger prey with less effort. The way the eagle in this video grabs and drops the goat is quite unbelievable and violent, but I guess when you're out on the prowl in the wild to grab lunch, this is how it's done. This next battle is nuts. This eagle may have taken on more than it could chew. This is a huge goat, and the eagle is having all sorts of problems handling it. The goat runs down the mountain, trying desperately to rid itself of the attacking eagle, but it's no simple task. As it runs down, it trips and tumbles, and this doesn't help the eagle, especially when they both crash into a huge rock. But the eagle is stubborn and still hanging on. It's incredible. However, the goat drags the eagle on the ground, and even for this tenacious eagle, it's a little too much. I'm sure its wings were damaged along the way, and the goat can be seen escaping as the eagle is left with zilch. Another goat gets a free ride in the sky before being dropped from above by an eagle. This is a young goat, and there was nothing it could do to escape the eagle. It's a cruel way of killing prey, but then again, which way of killing isn't cruel? Number 13. Eagle hunts snake. An eagle and a snake meet in a park. I don't know what kind of park this is, and I think I would rather not. But it looks like snakes and eagles hang out at this park. The The eagle has the advantage as it stands on the snake with its powerful talons clamped into the snake, preventing the reptile from moving. The eagle takes bites out of the snake, weakening it slowly, which will eventually kill him. A brown snake eagle sits still on a snouted cobra in this video, but when the eagle decides to reposition itself, the snake has its chance to fight back, and it works, because the eagle can be seen taking off, after realizing this hunt may be more difficult now since the bird no longer possesses the element of surprise over the snake. The eagle has mastered the snatch and grab, and one of her favorite preys is the sea snake. The eagle snatches the snake, but the snake isn't going down without a fight. The snake begins to fight back as the eagle flies towards the nest with her prize. He can bite even in midair. He might be able to kill his abductor if he manages to inject this venom, but biting an enemy in midair is difficult, especially for a creature that spends most of its time in the water. It's too little too late for this snake. Number 12. Eagle versus coyote. These coyotes are eating through a large deer carcass when a few bald eagles encroach on their territory to get a piece of the action. The eagles rip out pieces of meat and fly off with them. The coyotes do the same thing. It's survival of the fittest in the cold of winter. A coyote and a bald eagle fight over a fresh deer carcass. The eagle stands over the carcass and begins to get a taste of the dead animal, when a coyote comes to annoy it for a taste of the kill as well. But the eagle charges the coyote several times, trying to discourage it. However, the coyote is tenacious and tries over and over to get to the carcass until it does and runs away with it, but drops it along the way. It's a continuous battle between the two animals for the coveted prize. A coyote sneaks up close to a kill and discreetly attempts to steal this eagle's kill, but the eagle doesn't approve and attacks the coyote, protecting the carcass at all costs, until the coyote figures out he's bigger than the bird and has the land advantage. So he unleashes a new, more intense attack and scares the eagle away. Number 11. Golden eagle attacks deer. This golden eagle soars above a roe deer, its next meal. Despite the deer's best efforts, the eagle swoops in for the kill and clings to the deer's back. As the deer tries to flee for its life, the eagle's handler runs alongside the two animals. The eagle does an excellent job and successfully completes the task at hand. Falconry hunting is a kind of hunt where a predator tries to hunt a prey 4 or 5 times bigger and so powerful and designed to avoid the predator's attack, for every attack that ends with a catch. Nature provides us the best way to maintain balance and natural selection of preys. An eagle can be seen swooping down to make the tackle on a small deer, flipping the animal over in the process and neutralizing it. To see a bird do this with a deer, even though the deer isn't so big, is mind-boggling. Number 10. Golden eagle attack on fox. Believe it or not, eagles attack foxes, but the eagle in our thumbnail has killed what looks like a deer, so I'm guessing it's staring at a curious fox that wants a piece of its kill. This eagle launches a full aerial attack on a fox, but misses the first time around and tries to pick it up, but it doesn't work. The fox continues to run, attempting to flee the eagle, but the eagle charges again and manages to grab the fox this time for a short time, though, because the fox finally manages to fend the eagle off and makes his final escape. Eagles are more vulnerable to land predators once they're on the ground, but this eagle doesn't seem to be bothered by the fox when it lands right next to it. The fox seems afraid and uninterested in engaging. After a few seconds of investigating the area, the eagle finally decides to take off and forget about the fox. An eagle is released by his handler from his car window while he's driving as the bird of prey flies out to neutralize a fox on the run. Once the eagle does his job, his handler comes running to grab the fox. Number 9. Eagle killing guinea fowl. This martial eagle is pinning down a struggling guinea fowl that is trying to survive, and its talons are holding it down until it dies. After killing the bird, it flies away for about an hour, watching its prey from afar, and then swoops down, picks up the guinea fowl, and flies away to enjoy its bounty. The people filming this video came across a martial eagle feeding on one of its favorite meals, a recently killed guinea fowl. In this video, a martial eagle is eating a guinea fowl it just killed, and if you listen carefully, you can hear another guinea fowl hiding under the brush that is shocked by what it's seeing and terrified to come out. Number 8. Eagle attack on wolf. This small wolf tries to escape the wrath of an eagle, but as soon as the eagle lands on the animal, it neutralizes it easily. I'm not even sure this was a wolf. It may have been a coyote or perhaps even a fox. If it was a wolf, it was a young pup. After attacking and killing a wolf, a trapper can be seen putting the dead wolf on the back of his horse. I'm not sure what he's planning to do with the carcass, but I'm sure he has a use for it. These two eagles have captured a wolf and are holding it down until their handlers arrive to remove it, which is not an easy task. Apparently, these Mongolians use eagles to hunt wolves. I guess the wolves are pests and attack the farmers' livestock. Number 7. Eagle hunts duck, goose. In this video, a pair of bald eagles continuously hunt a lone duck until it is captured. This hunt was routine for the eagles, as one of the eagles can be seen flying away with a duck to eat it on a large boulder. An eagle can be seen swooping down on a lake and snatching a young duckling on the fly in front of all the other ducks and ducklings. It's horrifying for the group, but it's what life on the pond is like for these ducks. This video shows a female eagle swooping down on a goose about 400 meters away from the cameraman. The eagle's surprise attack and a goose's inability to fly fast enough makes the hunt almost always successful. The heavy prey is then floated to the nearest bank where it can be harvested. However, even after eating, the goose appears to still be alive, which is cruel and disturbing to us. Afterwards, the prey is disassembled and brought back to the nest where the eaglets are fed in individual pieces. Many birds benefit from this hunt, though, in the form of kite and marsh harriers, as well as ravens and birds of prey like crows. An eagle can be seen attacking a duck and her ducklings swimming on a lake, and although I'm not 100% sure, it looks like the eagle came up empty after it perches itself on a fern in the middle of the lake, as the ducklings and mom continue their swimming expedition towards the riverbank and back to safety. Number 6. Eagle attacks seagull. The eagle in this video scopes the skies for prey, and he has the pick of the litter because so many birds are out flying. Once the bird of prey spots his victim, he's off to the races and captures it with ease. There are 2 eagles and 2 seagulls in this video. One of the eagles swoops down to catch one of the seagulls out of the air, inches above the water, and takes off with it as it holds on to its prey with its powerful talons. The seagull in this video is surrounded by a few eagles, as the birds of prey attack from all sides until the seagull is killed. But I don't see any of the eagles take off with the dead seagull. Maybe I missed something along the way. The bald eagle in this video attacked the seagull, captured it, and tried to carry it somewhere else, but the seagull wasn't going to give up so easily. The eagle in this video comes swooping down when it tries to snatch a seagull on the water, but misses. I wonder why the seagull didn't just take off after the first attack, unless it was injured and couldn't fly, because the eagle didn't miss the second time around. Number 5. Eagle attack on otter. An otter is enjoying his lunch on the beach until a bald eagle swoops down to attack it. The otter is quick and runs back into the water, after which the eagle immediately lands on what the otter was eating. Once the eagle is gone, the otter comes back out of the water and looks for his food but finds nothing. So he decides it's time to have a little fun and rolls in the sand. In this video, a juvenile bald eagle makes 3 attempts to grab fish from some river otters that crawled onto the thin ice with their meals. Once the otters realized they were being attacked, they dove back into the water and could be seen enjoying themselves and eating on the riverbank at the end of the video. In this video, an otter is seen eating his lunch on a floating dock when a bald eagle comes down to steal it. When the eagle swoops down for the attack, the otter dives into the water to avoid being struck, but climbs right back out of the water once the eagle is gone. This juvenile eagle tries 3 times to snatch fish from some river otters that crawled onto thin ice. Otters are amazing hunters, and they can become extremely aggressive when attacked. We can see the eagle landing next to the otters in the water, but nothing more unravels. Number 4. Eagle attack on goose. Wildlife enthusiasts watched a 3rd-year bald eagle swoop down to try and grab a Canada goose. The goose dove under the water, so the eagle turned around and returned, swooping down again and trying to grab the goose. This went on for about 8 rounds or so until the eagle finally grabbed the goose and flew off with it. Talk about perseverance and tenacity. This eagle demonstrated what he can do best and did it well. In this video, an eagle manages to catch a goose by the neck with its strong talons and pulls it back to the riverbank before devouring it alive. It's not an easy task, but the eagle gets it done. The eagle in this video had recently caught almost exclusively large fish. But at last, the bird of prey came to hunt an Egyptian goose, and even though it failed, it was still something nice to record for the person filming the incident. Number 3. Eagle hunting sloth. When this harpy eagle flies by and snatches it in midair without blinking an eye, this sloth has nothing to say about it, and the only thing it can do now is hope the eagle makes a mistake and drops it. When a harpy eagle attacks a sloth, it should be a formality, but certain sloths fight back, just like the sloth in this video. This sloth's bravado astounds the eagle. It's a crucial lesson to learn. Did you notice how slow that punch was thrown? Even my grandmother would have avoided being hit because that punch was so slow, so I'm still trying to figure out how the eagle missed grabbing this sloth. Harpy eagles are massive. Females, larger than males, are 3.5 feet long and weigh up to 20 pounds. That's heavier than the largest bald eagle. Their rear talons measure a full 5 inches, ideal for plucking sloths and monkeys from trees. Harpy eagles may not be the hounds of Zeus, but they are legendary nonetheless. The sloth will not be throwing any punches this time around when a harpy eagle flies by and snatches it in midair without blinking an eye. Number 2. Golden eagle versus vulture. The golden eagle is an awesome predator, but the Cinere's vulture is much bigger. You can see in this video that the Cinere's vulture is not impressed by this golden eagle, as he's trying to trample him. The golden eagle doesn't retaliate and actually keeps backing up. I'm actually quite shocked that the eagle would react this way. The vulture was protecting a carcass and let the golden eagle know he wasn't welcome. And trust me, he did a really good job of it. In this video, it looks like a golden eagle wants all the food to himself, whether it must fend off a vulture or any other birds. It looks like this eagle may have clinched the food for himself after all. A black vulture and a golden eagle have a scuffle over some food in this video. It's not much of a fight, but both birds want the food for themselves. However, it looks like they finally agree on eating it together. That's like the last time I saw a lion and a hyena eating a meal together. Why fight when there's enough for everyone to go around? Number 1. Eagle versus peacock turkey. The peacock is a big bird, but eagles like its tender meat. This clip shows an eagle and a peacock battling it out. This is not your conventional eagle attack from the sky. This is hand-to-hand combat in the trenches. These two birds are really going at it, wrestling and rolling all over the ground. Which of the two birds will come out on top? The eagle seems to have won the battle, but it wasn't an easy one. In this video, a crested hawk eagle attacks a beautiful peacock, and even though the peacock has its train entirely open, it doesn't intimidate the eagle one bit, as it comes swooping down on the unsuspecting peacock and startles it. This eagle flies in to attack a turkey, but the turkey has a few moves of its own and avoids the eagle before taking off and running for cover, most probably into the forest. I'm sure you didn't expect that because I surely didn't. Some of these hunts were mind-blowing, but the one I'm still thinking about is the eagle swooping down on the wolf and neutralizing it. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Flies with a heavy prey in its grasp. master of the skies, with strong and curved talons, ruler of the food chain, and fearless hunter with no equal. As skilled predator with excellent eyesight, eagles play a crucial role in regulating the populations of their prey species. Witness the untamed power and grace of these mighty predators as they dominate the wild with unwavering authority. Here's Top 9 Shocking Eagle Attack Caught on Camera. Let's get started. Eagle attacks fox. Both eagles and foxes are skilled predators. Each of them is adapted to different hunting strategies and prey preferences. Eagles have keen eyesight, allowing them to spot prey from as far as 1 to 2 miles away. As a result, when the eagle has grabbed its body, the fox quickly gave up. This fox is desperately trying to run away from the eagle, putting all its might into its escape. When it comes to speed, no creature can beat the eagle. The birds of prey easily caught and killed the fox. Eagles can potentially overpower a fox through their exceptional aerial abilities. You can see in this video how determined they are. Watch this amazing clip as the eagle catches and flies with the fox, which is heavier than them. Eagle attacks deer. It always seems surreal that eagles are able to attack prey that is bigger than them. As soon as the talons grab the body, it's the end game for the deer. This young buck was running in fear from the eagle's strike, but the hungry eagle mercilessly caught and devoured it alive. You won't believe your eyes, watching in awe as this powerful eagle takes down a deer. Watch this video as the deer desperately tries to escape from the eagle's clutches, darting here and there in vain. Eagles won't hesitate to infiltrate a herd of deer and ruthlessly target one of them for an attack. This is one of the most beautiful footage of eagle hunting. The huge bird of prey attacks from above, surprising the deer. The eagle grabs the deer with its sharp talons, trying to bring it down. Wildlife can be truly cruel and ruthless. Just imagine being eaten while still alive like this deer. Eagle attacks mountain goat. It might be almost impossible for an eagle to hunt a mountain goat due to the difference in their body sizes. However, experts say that these birds of prey are capable of carrying prey up to 4 times their body weight, as you can see in this clip. This is another clip of an eagle hunting a mountain goat. After successfully catching their prey, the adult eagle will use its powerful talons to carry it in flight back to its nesting site for the young eagles to consume it. Nevertheless, adult mountain goats are highly skilled in defending against potential predators. In this case, the eagle chose the wrong prey. Eagle attacks wolf. It's an extremely rare and unusual phenomenon when the eagle attacks this highly efficient predator. In certain situations, eagles may even team up to take down a wolf, increasing their chances of success. Both eagles and wolves are evenly matched in terms of speed and hunting skill. Most of the time, they'll try to avoid each other, but that's not always the case. As seen in this video, eagles will not hesitate to attack a young wolf when the opportunity arises. Eagle hunting rabbit and hare. Watch closely as the rabbit runs away cutely while being chased by the golden eagle. In the air, the eagle possesses unbeatable speed, but still, when it comes to the ground, rabbits have excellent reflexes in running and jumping to avoid eagle attacks. Both eagles and hares are intelligent animals. Many people believe that hares are just lucky to escape from the eagle's attack, as you can see in this video. Meanwhile, in reality, they employ a range of tactics and strategies. Hares are adept at camouflage and can sometimes outsmart eagles by changing direction to confuse the predator. But in some cases, the eagle would fly higher, giving it a second chance. Rabbits may be smart and agile, but hilly terrain can favor the eagle, as it provides vantage points for spotting and swooping down on the rabbit. Here's more footage of eagles in action as hunting machines. The hares and rabbits don't stand a chance. Eagle attacks snake. You may assume that the king cobra is the predator, but don't be mistaken. The brown eagle is the attacker, while the king cobra is just defending itself. Eagle feet have incredibly sharp reflexes when attacking snakes, as you can see in this video. During an attack, the eagle's talons close rapidly around the snake's body, preventing it from escaping. Eagles are well adapted to handling slithering and slippery prey like snakes. Additionally, eagles have excellent eye-hand coordination and tracking abilities, allowing them to follow the movements of the snake and respond quickly to its defensive maneuvers. Their reflexes enable them to adjust their grip and maintain control over the snake even during its attempts to wriggle free. Eagle attacks antelope. Among the various antelope species, impala has consistently been an easy target for the eagles. Most of the time, eagles will target young impalas due to their smaller body size and lesser agility compared to adult impalas. This is a very heartbreaking moment as the martial eagle attacks and devours the young impala right in front of its mother. In this clip, we can observe that it's quite challenging for eagles to defeat antelopes due to their exceptional speed as fast runners. Despite the antelope's efforts to run away, it will always end up this way. Eagle hunting fish. This eagle was probably too hungry. It immediately ate the fish in midair right after catching it. Nature is truly beautiful. Is it possible for an eagle to swim? Wait until you see this video. It's incredibly rare and unique to witness this bald eagle swimming in order to catch a fish. What a magnificent bird! Look, this eagle almost failed to catch its lunch and almost drowned in the lake. But the eagle is so strong and it managed to carry the fish using only one leg. Amazing! Watch how the eagle is snatching the fish out of the water. What a big catch! Eagle attacks bear. The grizzly bear is one of the largest species of brown bears, but this female eagle shows no fear in attacking the bear right in the eye. It's a reminder for the bear to stay away from the eagle's nest. However, the female eagle simply wants to protect its babies. So throughout the whole video, which one is your favorite? I'm still mind-blown by the fact that the eagle attacked the bear. The amazing way the eagle hunts reminds us of how important it is for different types of nature to stay in balance. This helps all the different plants and animals in our world live together peacefully. We hope you enjoyed this video and consider subscribing to stay updated on future content. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up and check out some of our other videos, and thanks for watching.
Eagles are predatory, solid, and big-footed birds that belong to a class known as birds of prey. They're very good at hunting and usually associated with feelings of courage, freedom, and above all strength, but sometimes even the eagle picks on the wrong enemy and loses the battle. Sometimes more tragically than others.
Whoa! He's got it!
Join us as we have a look at 20 times eagles picked on the wrong opponent. Number 1. Dog protects its family from an eagle. It seems evident that the family is essential to this dog as it throws all caution to the wind when the eagle swoops down and makes for its sibling. The dark-feathered predator already had the dog in its clutches, holding onto it and trying to lift it back into the sky, but the second dog intervened and did not plan for that to happen on its watch, prepared to fight to the death. The eagle is a protected species, and even if it's hurting your pet, you're not permitted to hurt it. In this case, though, even though the homeowner and possibly the pet owner are watching this happen, they can do nothing about it. Fortunately, the tan-colored dog intervened, lunging and barking at the eagle to distract it, while also moving away from it to prevent an attack. The plan worked, and the eagle became distracted and somewhat scared of the tag team, allowing the distressed and scared dog to escape the eagle's claws. They both ran away, defeating the eagle after losing 2 chances at lunch. Number 2. Eagle tries to snatch the fox's lunch. Speaking of losing 2 delicious chances at lunch, this bald eagle tried to steal food from a young fox and unfortunately ends up losing both. This act of snatching food from other animals is a familiar act for the bald eagle because it's one of the various moves that it uses in getting its food. However, the fox refuses to become a victim. Most eagles are opportunistic predators and try to get their food with the least energy possible. In this scenario at Washington's San Juan Island National Historical Park, the eagle uses its dive-bombing techniques, swoops down, and grabs the freshly killed rabbit hanging in the fox's jaws. As the eagle grabs the rabbit, the fox clenches its jaw on it, refusing to become startled and letting go of its hard-earned meal. As the eagle continues flying, the fox is lifted into the air, with the rabbit still in its jaws for a few tense moments before the eagle lets go and flies away. The fox seemed unharmed, and the wildlife photographer who captured the moments confirmed it as well. Indeed, a hungry man is an angry man. Number 3. The golden eagle goes after an adult chamois. A chamois is an animal that looks partially like an antelope and partially like a goat, with 2 hooked horns on its head, and it's usually found in the alpine area. Their population has been decreasing constantly as mostly lions and wolves widely hunt them. Humans also hunt them for their skin, which can be processed into clothing and brushes. This knowledge of their reduction is okay with the eagle, which detects a group of chamois on one of the mountains in the area. The eagle has excellent eyesight and can sight its prey up to 2 miles away. It would be observed before going in, and as the group noticed, they all scattered around. Upon scattering, the eagle locked onto one of the chamois and chased it down before sinking its talons into it. This would usually slow that animal, while the bird continues flying until the prey slows down from exhaustion or shock. Eagles will not usually go after these creatures due to their speed and experience with the terrain, which favors this prey, and the creature stumbled several times, knocking over and into the eagle until the eagle finally let it go. It lay stunned for a few moments while the chamois fled the scene, and evidently they had both suffered severe injuries. Number 4. Eagle attempts to snatch up fish in a geese pond. Geese are large water birds that are known for their long necks and distinct honking sounds. They are social animals that usually move in groups. They look serene and beautiful, but something to know about these geese is their territorial nature. They are aggressive about keeping their space and will not allow invaders in. However, this young bald eagle was not informed and had yet to get the memo. With its excellent vision, it sighted a fish a few inches below the water and decided to have a feast, forgetting the water was covered with a flock of geese. As it made for the fish, a goose flew from the water and attacked the eagle, and the shock caused it to lose balance and fall into the water. Geese are very aggressive to intruders in their territory, but even more to intruders around their chicks. Within moments, other geese had attacked the eagle before it could find an escape, losing its food and sustaining some injuries. Number 5. Octopus teaches the eagle a lesson. Octopuses are fascinating creatures with unique problem-solving skills and remarkable intelligence. They capture the attention of many people, researchers and admirers alike. These creatures are soft-bodied and aquatic, with people thinking that they're harmless and should be cared for. The octopus holds its own very well, featuring 8 arms that have multiple suction cups. When the octopus caught the attention of a bald eagle, it hovered over the water's surface and grabbed onto the exposed part of the octopus, and that octopus tried its best to release itself from the bird's grip. It was finally released, and like every other prey, would be expected to swim back to its hiding place. But instead, the octopus clamped its tentacles onto the bird's legs, engaging all of its suction cups and pulling it down into the water as the eagle flapped and tried to fly away. Eagles do not swim because they do not possess the protective layer that birds that live on water have. The layer prevents their feathers from becoming wet and heavy, keeping them light enough for flight. The octopus is determined to take revenge, pulling the eagle until it's submerged in the water, wetting its wings and preventing it from flying. What an absolutely brutal way to learn that actions have consequences. Number 6. Coyote versus golden eagle. Coyotes are a dog family member and look much like the wolf, also called brush wolves. Coyotes are fast, going up to 40 miles per hour, and with their keen sense of smell and sharp eyes, they can effectively hunt deer and hare. Although they love to catch and consume fresh prey, they will also feed on carrion when they find it. This became the bone of contention when a hungry coyote sighted a dead deer simultaneously as the golden eagle, a bird known for its agility, speed, and powerful features. The two animals seemed to watch each other at the realization before they both made for the food. The coyote was faster in this case and got to the food first, but the eagle did not back down and tried to swipe the food out from under the coyote. The coyote lunged at the eagle, causing it to back away sharply. Although the eagle tried to stand its ground and stay by the dead deer, the coyote attacked to the shock of the eagle and kept at it until the eagle had given up on the food and then flown away. Number 7. A bald eagle attacks a trumpeter swan. The swan is regarded as the largest member of the waterfowl family. The trumpeter swan is one of the largest, growing up to 1.5 meters long, weighing over 15 kilograms, and although swans look like geese, they are bigger and have longer wingspans. Swans are herbivorous and are known for their grace and intelligence. The birds are calm and become aggressive when protecting their young. They live in ponds, lakes, and slow rivers, and they typically stay close to their young no matter where they are. An eagle had been swooping overhead when it suddenly came flying toward the innocent swan and its children. The swan, however, refused to become a victim and flew from the water, returning the attack. When the swan's children are threatened, the previously calm swan then becomes aggressive, using its features to its advantage. Its streamlined body helps to glide smoothly through the air. Number 8. Eagle attacks crab. Crabs are crustaceans that are covered with a very thick exoskeleton and are vastly available. They live in the salty oceans, freshwater, and even on land. The crab's protection is little. It features an outer shell and also is equipped with claw pinchers. The 4 pairs of legs are only used for walking and not very effective or useful in the case of an attack. That means that the crab only relies on its shell and its pinchers for its protection. They're usually aggressive towards each other and fight themselves a lot, but no one would have expected the crab to be an adversary for an eagle. The eagle landed on a small patch of land in the middle of the water and saw the crab floating on top. It instantly pecked at it and tried to pick it up. The crab instantly clutches the eagle's beak and holds on with its pinchers. Scared, the eagle then tries to shake it off while backing away at the same time. It falls into the water, and with drowning in sight, it lets go of the crab and struggles to regain its balance. Finally, climbing the patch of land, it proceeds to fly away. Number 9. Rabbit escapes eagle. The rabbit is widespread and found in every part of the world except for Antarctica. It's helpful for various causes, clothing and food, but is most known as a pet and prey for wild animals. Their small stature makes it easy to become prey for most animals, as they can be easily picked on and maneuvered around. Although what they lack in stature, they make up for in speed and agility, key characteristics that help to defend them against predators. Their fur color is also usually blended with the surroundings, which they use as a camouflage, another defensive mechanism. They also have expansive vision to sight predators and strong paws for defense against animals that are more of their size. Their large hind leg bones and muscles are well developed to aid their speed, which becomes the saving grace of this rabbit. Immediately, it sighted the eagle, taking to its heels and speeding off, with the eagle following in hot pursuit. As usual, the eagle attacks, but the rabbit jumps out of the way right on time. It changed direction and kept on running, with the eagle still in pursuit, again outmaneuvering the eagle and finally escaping as the eagle realized it had lost its meal. Number 10. The eagle and owl have a showdown. Eagles and owls are predatory birds, depending on other animals for food and sometimes feeding on other predators as well. Like the eagle, the owl has a spot at the top of the food chain. They also possess strong, sharp beaks and talons, which will help hold and keep their prey. Except for the owl's serrated wings that help it to maintain silence while flying or attacking a predator, and a few other features, the eagle and the owl have very similar external features. Since the eagle and owl are so similar, one would at least expect a battle between them, except over meals, but the eagle is quite ambitious. While the owl is perched in its nest, the eagle swoops into action. True to the owl's nature, it defended its territory well against the eagle, sending the eagle fleeing. Number 11. Mother leopard protects her cubs from an eagle. Leopards are powerful cats that are closely related to tigers and lions, and they are as strong as they are fast, reaching up to 50 to 60 kilometers per hour. They're big animals, up to 183 centimeters long, and their males reach 72 kilograms. And this makes for a slender and muscular body with short limbs. They hunt at night and live a solitary lifestyle. They're shy whenever encountering vehicles or humans, and only advance when attacking if they feel threatened. Since they stay alone, they do not form any associations, except for mating season, but then the females have strong attachments to their children. The bond with their children is so strong that they'll still contact them after weaning and even share prey with them to keep them from going hungry. And so, when this eagle attacks a leopard's cub, the cub calls out in distress, and the mother runs to save her baby up in the tree fighting against the leopard. The mother is seen gracefully swinging from the tree branches, eventually catching the eagle and battling it before killing it. In the end, the mother saves the day. Number 12. A rooster saves chickens from an eagle. Chickens, as we know them, are house birds, usually found at home and valuable for their meat. They're one of the most widespread domestic animals, and by population the most numerous birds worldwide. A rooster is an adult male chicken, and in most breeds of them is usually distinguished from hens by their long, flowing tails and shiny pointed feathers on their backs and necks. The feathers are usually brighter and bolder than those of the hen. Chickens are social birds who live in groups or clusters and usually have an unanimous dominant head. When in danger, they will gang up together and fight the intruder. Such as was the case when an eagle invaded the space that contained two hens and a rooster. The hens fearfully flew from place to place, making loud clucking noises to show their fear and to alert any others who were around the premises of a predator. The rooster decided to take charge of its family, and despite the larger mass of the eagle, it puffed up its feathers, attacking the eagle and ensuring that it had gone far away from the enclosure. It continued making loud noises to warn the eagle away, a practical example of the head taking care of its family. Number 13. African wildcat attacked by an eagle. The tawny eagle is a member of the eagle family, usually found in arid regions, desert steppes, and savanna plains. Like most eagles, they're pretty solitary, but outside the breeding season they can be found in small groups, or at least in pairs. Like other eagles, the tawny ones are an opportunistic feeder, stealing food from other carnivores and predators. Irrespective of that, the eagle is also an active predator, preying on various types and ranges of animals and killing its prey by taking a short dive at it or pouncing on it from wherever it happens to be up above. Although the tawny eagle preys on a wide range of animals, the wildcat is often not seen as its prey, as they are rare in the eagle's diet, and the eagle would instead prey on a domestic cat that was smaller. The eagle chooses the wildcat in this case, though. The cat was trying to get a bird's meal while hunting for Cape turtle doves until it became the hunted. The eagle quietly watches as the cat carries its prey before attacking. The wildcat instantly swerves and lays low on the ground, hoping that the eagle will go away. And when it doesn't, it takes the other way out and made a run for it, abandoning the dove as a distraction for the eagle. Number 14. Mongoose versus eagle. The mongoose is a furry, cute-looking carnivorous animal with a long face and body, short legs, round ears, and narrow, round eyes that help it to sell the look of a cute and innocent animal. The mongoose usually feeds on insects, lizards, eggs, and even the carcasses of other animals. They've been tamed and kept as pets, but are not as cute as they may first appear. They are a brutal and dangerous creature, sometimes attacking and killing other dangerous and poisonous snakes, like the king cobra and the black mamba. That's why the mongoose is also known as the snake fighter. How would it get the confidence to face an eagle, though? Well, the mongoose loves to live in an open range, grasslands, woodlands, and rocky grounds, making it an easy target for a flying predator. The eagle attacks it as it scurries around the grass, pinning it to the ground with its sharp talons. The mongoose, though, refuses to become a victim and squirms and twists until it becomes free from the eagle, hurrying away to the rest of its band in its hole. Number 15. Mother fox defends its kit. Now, there's just something to be said of a mother's devotion to her children and what lengths she will go to keep them safe, from providing them meals to ensuring that they don't become meals for hungry predators that are larger than them. Just like human children, animal children are often mischievous and wander away from their parents or even get into trouble, and it's up to those parents to look after them and wiggle them out of the trouble they get into. This fox and its kit are moving together in the savanna plains, and the kit slightly wanders away from its mother, the eagle, who has been on the lookout, swiftly swooping towards the kit. Hastily, the mother turns and lunges at the inbound bird with fierceness. The eagle tried to land, but the mother fox didn't have it. She chased, and the eagle kept it moving. Number 16. Peregrine falcon takes down the eagle. The peregrine falcon is one of the fastest birds in the world, known for its incredible diving speed. With a wingspan of around 3 feet while only weighing around 4 pounds, the peregrine falcon can reach up to 240 miles per hour when hunting prey. They also have incredible eyesight, which allows them to spot prey from a long distance while in the air. Most of the features of the peregrine can be adapted with the eagle: incredible sight, average hearing, and poor smell. But these two are still great hunters and on top of their game in both areas. Even though the two birds do not actively seek out each other as prey, they will sometimes end up as enemies. The eagle is larger than the peregrine, having a wider wingspan, but the wingspan to weight ratio of the peregrine is high, enabling it to move at incredible speeds. In this case, the eagle can be seen in a scuffle with the falcon, possibly over food, as they're by a riverbank, and both birds are not good swimmers. The peregrine eventually pushes the eagle in and holds onto it with its sharp claws, holding it under the water and drowning it. Number 17. Eagle hunts snake. Birds and snakes have always been strong enemies, from snakes devouring small or even moderately sized birds to the larger predatory birds making prey out of a giant snake. Due to their lack of external ears, snakes can sense vibrations from the ground, but they can also detect airborne sounds and predict a land predator's approach better than an airborne one. This usually puts the eagle at an advantage when they meet, usually with the element of surprise. Even though it's usually a fierce battle, snakes usually fall prey to eagles and some other predatory birds. However, this time there seems to be a miscalculation from the eagle. It tries to launch an attack on a snake that's curled up in a hole, but that snake, sensing the attack in time, is well prepared. It clamps the eagle's head in its mouth, immediately crushing its skull. The mouth of a snake might not be all that powerful, but it is strong enough to hold on and inflict some damage. Number 18. Deer evades eagle. Bald eagles are known for their incredible sight and precision when their eyes are trained on prey. This deer might have a previous experience in the field of deer hunting, as it waits till the last moment before impact before it swiftly evades the eagle. This move throws the eagle off of its balance, and it takes some extra seconds to regroup. These extra seconds are the life-changing seconds the deer needs to further prepare for its defense. When the eagle strikes again, the deer is better prepared and can evade the eagle's moves more efficiently than before. Deers are known for their exceptional running skills, reaching up to 45 miles per hour, and are great swimmers as well. They can cover long distances in water. This enables them to flee from their numerous predators. That great speed is the saving grace of this beautiful young deer. Number 19. Vulture bullies eagle. The vulture is a protected bird important to the ecological balance of its ecosystem due to its feeding habits. These scavenging birds are unique. They have strong stomach acids that help them digest possibly poisonous animal carcasses. They've made this their main meal, feeding on dead animals, and their bald head also prevents any blood from matting on them to spread diseases. Since vultures feed on dead animals and eagles feed on live or fresh prey, they seldom fight or attack each other. However, in times of scarcity, the vulture can attack the eagle's prey. Although the eagle has some large talons and some species will hunt vultures, it cannot be compared with the vulture. The vulture possesses a bigger size and stronger beak that would help get its way. It's evident in this video that the vulture came to attack the eagle, quite confident in its ability to intimidate one of the top-tier predators. Number 20. Mother chicken protects her chicks against a hawk. The hawk is very similar to the eagle, with only the difference being its larger body and slighter enormous wingspan. They look very similar until they're inspected closely. Hawks are both predators and scavengers, having an extensive diet that ranges from rodents to birds and reptiles. Hawks will hunt with various methods, but picking up chicks mainly engages the aerial dive from the air. Hawks are essential in the food chain and help to control their prey population. This mother hen, though, refuses to lose any of her chicks to population control. On sighting the hawk, it was already too late to hide the chicks and brood over them, since hawks will usually go for the helpless young chicks. She launches herself at the hawk, and another hen nearby sees the situation and joins in on the attack. Even after the chicks had gotten to safety, the hen refuses to let the hawk go as a possible punishment for attacking her chicks in the first place. And there you have it, 20 times an eagle picked on the wrong opponent. Which of these did you find most interesting? Let me know all about it in the comments below. Drop a like on this video, and I'll see you next time.
Did you know that eagles are a symbol of freedom? Well, it's mainly because they have no limits to how far they can fly or even what animals they can hunt. It's hard to believe, but eagles have been captured attacking animals that are twice their size. Equipped with exceptional eyesight, coupled with a beak that could cause serious damage, and sharp talons with a grip that is 10 times stronger than that of a human. It is safe to say the eagles have what it takes to take down just about any animal. Welcome back to another episode of Forever Green. Today, we are going to show you 20 most amazing eagle attacks ever caught on camera. Number 20. Warthog. Warthogs are just famous wild pigs, and as such, they're not immune to all manner of predators. The eagle is not an exception. This warthog family was busy feeding when suddenly an eagle swooped down to attack them. When faced with the slightest confrontation, warthogs would rather run than fight back. Yes, they won't use their long tusks unless their feet can't carry them to safety. So, they did just that. They ran. Look at them go! Unfortunately for the baby warthog, it wasn't fast enough to outrun the eagle. It was pinned to the ground and dragged with one foot. The onlookers must have gone through a roller coaster of emotions. I know I would. Number 19. Wolf. The next animal to be taught a painful lesson on not walking alone is this wolf. Wolves are known to walk in packs and find strength in their unity. We can't tell why this particular one is by itself. The lone wolf was walking through the snow when it sensed something unusual. Out of curiosity, it took a few glances before it realized that the eagle was onto him. It immediately took off at a neck-breaking speed, but the eagle had calculated its move quite accurately. It matched up to the wolf's speed and attacked it. The wolf's growl and teeth were not enough to scare away the eagle. The eagle quickly took down the wolf and was immediately joined by another eagle, perhaps to offer backup or join the feast. Number 18. Fox. One of the worst mistakes that any animal can do is to wander off alone. This fluffy fox is about to know why. It was clearly minding its business and trying to match its steps to that of the trail left behind on the snow. The ever-watching eagle was also busy setting its eyes on this easy target. It wasn't going to waste any time. The lonely fox noticed that it had been marked as the target. It was left with no choice but to abandon its lazy walk and run for its life. Just when the fox was picking up the pace, the eagle attacked it from the front and pinned it down. The fox attempted to bite the eagle, but its effort went down the drain as the eagle squeezed the life out of it. Number 17. Shark. In this video, a large bald eagle slowly walked up to a shark that was stranded in the shallow waters. The eagle looked rather concerned that the shark was just lying there. The right thing to do at this point is to pull the shark towards the deeper water. So, this eagle was off to a good start as it checked to see if the poor shark was still alive. A minute later, it was joined by another bald eagle. These eagles look very similar and may have changed positions. I bet it's the second eagle that started feeding on the shark. The first one to arrive must be the one looking away. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Number 16. Monkey. This harpy eagle is about to fill its empty stomach. Look at it move its head in anticipation. The target here was the monkeys that were busy feeding across it. It took off almost immediately, headed straight to the target. The troop of monkeys were just as keen, and when they noticed the eagle was coming their way, they started swinging from tree to tree. This was no trouble for the eagle, as it can keep its eyes on two prey at the same time. So, who is going to be? Well, for a moment there, you might think that the eagle had missed the monkey by a whisker, but it didn't. The eagle grabbed the monkey and went ahead to slam it on the tree branch. This eagle must have been starving. It didn't waste any time digging into the monkey. Number 15. Deer. Deer meat seems to be a favorite to most carnivorous animals. There is something about it that predators can't resist. This eagle was comfortably resting atop a rock, perhaps salivating on its soon-to-be meal. It only took it a few minutes to strategize before it swooped down, ready to attack the group of deer. It was by no means intimidated by the size of the deer. But the group of deer, on the other hand, were aware of the danger that was fast approaching them, and they immediately ran for their lives. Literally. You'd think that the eagle would land on the slowest deer, but no. This eagle was moving so fast that it went past the slowest deer and landed on the second last, grabbing it by its hind leg. The deer made several futile attempts to free itself from the eagle's powerful talons. The eagle managed to pin it by the neck, and at this point, the deer is a done deal. Oh dear. Pun intended. Number 14. Flamingo. This large group of flamingos were just gracefully enjoying the cool waters as they normally would. The calm in these waters must have taught them to know when trouble is headed their way. In this case, a giant bald eagle. Immediately, the eagles started to swoop down. The flamingos try to scatter to safety. There's not much they can do, as there was barely any space between them. The eagle was pretty confident in its hunting skill, and this great number of flamingos just gave it a surety that it wouldn't miss a meal. It could have picked a flamingo from any spot, but it landed on one that had secluded itself from the group without any hustle. The flamingo's attempt to save itself worked against it. There were other eagles at the scene, so this may have not been the last flamingo to go down that day. Number 13. Rabbit. Rabbits are one of the most adorable creatures, and we wouldn't want them to be on this list, but we must face reality. The wild is not the coziest place to be. Survival is only granted to the fittest. Camouflage goes a long way, but the white fur coat of this rabbit is not doing it any good. It made it a clear target for the eagle, which immediately launched its attack on this poor rabbit. Aware of the looming danger, the rabbit took to its feet. When the eagle started flying, the rabbit started running. The rabbit's companion, who was a few ahead, was not going to take any chances. The speed at which they took off is evident in the dust that is being lifted off the ground. Unfortunate for this rabbit, it wasn't able to outrun the eagle, which didn't hesitate to kill it. Number 12. Seagull. For a bird that can see things that are 1.9 miles away, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a hard time spotting seagulls. After all, their bright-colored feathers are quick to give them away. One minute they are flying with the help of their wings, and the next minute they are airlifted by the eagle's talons. Everything in the eagle's world happens so fast. We are not shown what happened next, but you can go ahead and make a wild guess and let us know in the comments section below. Before we move on, here's a quick challenge for you. If you can leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the notifications in less than 5 seconds, you will have 10 years of amazing luck. Hurry up and try it. It actually works. Number 11. Dog. We'd love for man's best friend to be safe from these birds of prey, but sadly, they're not. I know, it's every dog owner's worst nightmare. It is said that sometimes eagles attack dogs just to tease them, but other times, things end pretty badly. In which case, if the talons don't do the job, the hooked beak will finish where the talons started. I'm pretty sure you don't want to wait to find out whether the eagle is playing or hunting. And now let's jog our minds a little bit. It's riddle time. I am smart and have eyes that are keen. My image is kept in pockets with care, but you could find me in the air. What am I? Do you think you have the answer to our riddle of the day? Be the first to leave your answer in the comment section. Number 10. Bear. Yes, you heard that right. A bear. A grizzly bear for that matter. This eagle must have some nerve to go attack such a huge creature. But wait, size doesn't intimidate eagles. But I just can't bring myself to understand how this eagle had planned to take down this bear that was just minding its business. Clearly, it was caught by surprise. A slap on the head out of nowhere. Look at how clueless it was about what had just happened. The eagle seems to quickly realize that it had picked an impossible target. I highly doubt if it went back for a second attack. Number 9. Crocodile. Prepare yourself to see nature's cruel side in action. This mother crocodile covered her eggs to keep them warm and safe. The eagle appeared quite relaxed. You wouldn't even know it had an agenda in mind. A few months later, the eggs began to hatch and little crocodiles popped out. Mother crocodile even helped them get to the water to boost their chance of survival. But the nature drone, aka eagle, was quite alert. While crocodiles are the kings of sneak attacks, eagles seem to be giving them a run for their money. Barely minutes old, the eagle quickly picked one of the baby crocodiles before they could all get to the water. On its way, the mother crocodile tried to save her baby from the ruthless eagle. But its jump was not high enough. That must have been one devastated mother. Number 8. Lion. The lion may be the king of the jungle, but the eagle has no respect for titles. After all, it is the king of the sky. An eagle wastes no time when it comes to attacking, but this eagle gets points for patience. It perched on a tree branch, watching this group of lioness and their cubs. Obviously waiting for the opportune time to carry a cub with it, the rain came and went, but this eagle was still there, silently watching. Once the lionesses were on one side and the cubs on the other, the eagle felt it was time to attack the cubs, but from the ground. Quite an unusual move as eagles operate on a pick-and-go basis, no landing. This eagle decided to creep up on the cubs, low and slow, but the cubs eventually noticed. So, as it got closer to the cubs did what they do best, be playful and curious. They thought the eagle was there to play, but when it started to take defense, the cubs knew they were up against something else. They seemed to have learned about team hunting early enough as each cub took turns in attacking the eagle. Lucky for them, the eagle was weak and could barely defend itself. A lioness intervened at some point, but these little cubs got themselves a snack. Number 7. Mountain goat. Mountain goats, like eagles, are not afraid of heights. In fact, this trait keeps them safe from predators. They may be safe from other predators, but they are at an arm's reach for eagles, and that's not a good thing. These mountain goats seem to know that. As soon as the eagle took off, the wise ones started running down the rocks to save themselves. A not-so-smart mountain goat was still standing there and tried to flee a little too late and was about to pay for it dearly. The eagle grabbed it by the horns and dragged it from the rocks. While eagles fly with a 2-kilogram load on its feet, this particular one was strong enough to carry way much more than that. What's more interesting is that it didn't seem to be uncomfortable at all. It flew with it for a short while before finally dropping the mountain goat from a couple of meters above the ground. That was a long way down, so gravity took over and the eagle found its meal dead and ready. If you think this is amazing, then number 1 will leave you in disbelief. Number 6. Snake. It's hard to tell what animals can scare the hell out of an eagle, because a venom-spitting snake certainly isn't one of them. This eagle is quite aware that snakes can be sneaky and unpredictable, hence a not-so-easy target. The eagle landed just to make sure that the snake didn't get away or harm it. The snake was not about to go down without a fight, and it immediately took defense by spitting venom towards the eagle. The eagle didn't look moved at all. The most it did was take a step back. Since it had already made its mind up, the eagle went ahead and attacked the snake, squeezing every little bit of life out of it.
The snake's got the hawk by the foot.
Number 5. Kangaroo. This poor marsupial had its peace unceremoniously disrupted by an eagle that had launched an aerial attack on it. For an animal that can serve one of the most powerful kicks in the world, this problem would have been solved. The only issue was that the problem in question was flying and has a pretty great eyesight and instinct. The kangaroo would have also wanted to run, but the fence wasn't giving it much space to get away. The good news is that the kangaroo had a few tricks up its sleeves. It dodged the eagle, constantly going to the opposite direction of the eagle, and threw a few kicks here and there. The eagle had no choice but to abandon its mission. Number 4. Sloth. In all honesty, this has got to be one of the most unfair fights. Hear me out. We are talking about a well-seasoned hunter versus the world's slowest animal. Yes, sloths take a whole minute to cover a 30-centimeter distance. You'll mostly find these sleeping beauties hanging upside down from a tree branch, or clutching on a tree trunk like this sloth here. From the time the eagle had swooped down to time of capture, the sloth had barely moved. You can see that it was really trying to move fast, but it can't lift its whole body on one limb fast enough. Poor creature didn't have the chance to defend itself, and just like that, it's gone, never to be seen again. Number 3. Raccoons. Raccoons are endowed with proficient little hands that can break into almost anything. It is a no wonder that they have turned into sneaky little thieves. Their dexterous hands are all they need to keep their mouths fed. On the other hand, eagles are very territorial, and especially with their nest. They're not to attack anything that comes anywhere close to it. This raccoon didn't get the memo. It made an effort of climbing 80 feet up this tree. It wasn't climbing all the way up there for nothing. It was on a mission to steal eggs from the eagle's nest. Once it got there, Mother Eagle immediately began to attack it, but this raccoon was quite adamant and really wanted those eggs. But after a few slaps from those 1-meter wings, it had to retreat, otherwise it would have had it worse. The male eagle also enforced security just to make sure the raccoon wouldn't come up to the nest again. Number 2. Octopus. A group of fishermen were treated to a mind-blowing sight of an eagle clutched between the tentacles of an octopus. You and I both know who went looking for trouble. Were it not for the help of the fishermen, this eagle would have had its last breath. It just flew to a steep rock and stood there, perhaps recounting its actions and regretting why it targeted the octopus. It is now time for the subscriber's pick of the day. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber wondering if an eagle does have the audacity to dare attack a leopard. If you come across any mysterious photo online that you want us to look into, just send it over and we may even feature it in a future video. Now, we looked into this photo and we are excited to reveal to you that there is indeed an eagle that is brave enough to attack a leopard. After all, to dare is to do. And this brings us to number 1, leopard. No animal is safe in the eyes of an eagle, but the leopard is just as ruthless as the eagle, and most especially when her cubs are involved. No mother is willing to show mercy to their child's worst nightmare. This leopard is about to do just that. It had left its cubs in search of food, and before it was even completely out of sight, the eagle thought it was the right time to attack the cubs. Unfortunately for it, this mother leopard was very keen. Her motherly instincts kicked in, and in a blink of an eye, the leopard had already jumped from one tree to another and onto the eagle's neck. The good news is that our cute cubs didn't have to stay for long without food. That eagle kept them busy as their mother looked for a better meal. And that's it for today. Which of these eagle attacks threw you off your seat? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out 20 most advanced technology and vehicles that help militaries do unbelievable tasks.
Many birds are beautiful and fun to look at, but don't underestimate them. Some birds are fearless predators that can wreak havoc. Have you ever seen a magpie in action? What about a stork? If you want to see some deadly birds, keep watching as we count down 15 horrific moments of birds eating birds. Number 15. Cara attacks. On the Falkland Islands, avian parents must remain vigilant. Caracaras are on the lookout, and an unattended nest can quickly turn into a buffet for these ferocious carnivores. The Johnny Rook is a bird that gets right in your face. These cunning animals, known as the Flying Devils, are the caracara of the Falkland Islands, and they gather with their young to scare both large and tiny species. They are fearless birds.
The Fanatic brings you all the best content you want to see when it comes to the animal kingdom. If you want to see the latest confrontations between animals and the best animal videos, please subscribe now. We post new videos every day for your entertainment.
Number 14. Skua. Skuas are among the most hazardous bird predators in Antarctica. Adult skuas eat penguins, especially their young, but even adults. Blood is streaming out of this newborn penguin as a skua pokes holes in it. After killing it, the skua consumes it. This skua is attempting to assault these 3 juvenile penguins, but the penguins team up to repel the skua. They are terrified of the skua, but every now and then, one of them charges the predator, causing him to flee. The penguins aren't going down without a fight. They continue to back up, but they do not allow the skua to harm them. The skua becomes irritated, and the penguins eventually persuade it to leave them alone. A brown skua outsmarts a female penguin who is in the middle of incubating 2 eggs, stealing one of them. As shown in this video, skuas frequently search for newborn penguins alone, and the penguins either flee or challenge the skua. It all depends on how they are feeling at the time, in my opinion. Number 13. Hawk attacks seagull. This squabble began when the seagull wanted to ride in the hawk's carriage to go shopping, but the hawk told the seagull it had arrived first. When the seagull objected, the hawk had no choice but to intervene, which it did by employing force. However, the hawk had an emergency to attend to, so the seagull was left uninjured. I'm not sure if hawks made a habit of attacking seagulls in parking lots, but here is another hawk pinning a seagull in the middle of a parking lot. Apparently, the hawk worked security at one of the stores in the mall, and the seagull stole a candy bar. That's what happens when you break the law. Another seagull is captured by mall security, but this time, the hawk has no mercy and kills the seagull. Crime does not pay. This hawk grabs the seagull and drags it across the road where there is a lot of traffic. The hawk decides it's hungry and eats the seagull for lunch. Number 12. Shrike attacks and kills prey. The shrike is a songbird that looks like a raptor and has raptor-like features. Shrikes are unable to hold their prey long enough to devour it, so they impale it on nearby spikes. They frequently aggregate kills among prickly shrubs to establish territory or attract females. This loggerhead shrike swoops down on a sparrow and begins dragging it around while eating it. This little bird reminds me of several of the larger animals we've seen in other countdowns. A loggerhead shrike kills another sparrow. This poor little boy was doomed from the start. This shrike delivered the bird to the slaughterhouse and wasted no time in getting it ready for dinner. The shrike impales the bird and plucks its feathers. The shrike is a lethal predator for such a little bird. As this shrike tears portions of flesh from the deceased bird, another sparrow bites the dust. In the dead of winter, this shrike kills and eats the sparrow. When the shrike is hungry, it appears the weather or the seasons don't matter. Number 11. Giant petrel versus penguin. This penguin is being devoured by these gigantic petrels, and the scene appears like a crime scene because it is. These giant petrels resemble a pack of wild wolves, gnawing and shredding flesh until there's nothing left. Adult penguins stand by and observe but do nothing. A giant petrel appeared when juvenile penguins were learning to swim. Because the lower part of the penguin's skull has less muscle, the petrel may attack with its beak more easily. The Gentoo penguin and his cub are in love. Will Daddy Penguin be able to save his children? The small penguin escapes once the bandit petrel loses its grip on him. Dad slaps and whips the offender in the midsection. The petrel flees, and the child makes it up the beach to safety thanks to his father's bravery. I have no idea what these petrels are eating, because they have destroyed this bird. They essentially left only the skin behind. It appears to be a seagull, but we don't know for sure until forensics examine the dead bird's dental records. This gigantic petrel is devouring this baby penguin alive, and every time it tears flesh from its body, the penguin moves, pleading for compassion. But the petrel continues to feed, and the penguin will die in due time. Number 10. Seagull attack pigeon. In our thumbnail, this seagull crashes into the water to kill this penguin. It looks like the penguin didn't have much of a chance. Tourists were taking a stroll in Cannes, France, when they saw the seagull attacking and killing a pigeon. Just when a woman runs to the penguin's rescue, the seagull flies off with it. The seagull continued the massacre on the sidewalk, but the pigeon was still alive. This seagull attacks a pigeon on the roof of a house. The pigeon flaps his wings, but the seagull is not impressed and doesn't let go. The seagull begins to pull feathers out of the pigeon, before eventually getting to the meaty parts. This is a horrifying moment. A seagull ate another bird, scaring customers and passersby away from their meal. The bird caught and ate a vulnerable baby penguin while it is still alive, shocking the audience. Some people were said to have fled the scene because it was so dreadful. Others, on the other hand, had the fortitude to not only witness, but also film the entire gruesome episode on their phones. The video begins with the seagull pursuing a baby pigeon around an A-board cafe. When it swoops around the other side and snags the youngster with its beak, yanking it onto the open. The penguin makes repeated attempts to flee, but is eventually pecked to death, the victim's body quivering as the killer seagull feasts on its guts. A seagull picks a great place to hunt pigeons in an open plaza where there are hundreds of them. Hence, you can imagine how easy it is for the seagull to target a victim and accomplish the mission. Number 9. Kestrels. Mouse-sized animals are nearly exclusively eaten by common kestrels. Voles, shrews, and real mice provide up to 3/4 of the biomass consumed by most individuals. This kestrel is eating another bird. This kestrel stands on its kill and enjoys the fruits of its labor. Occasionally, it looks up to make sure it's not being stalked by some crazy predator that might want it to lunch, and the kestrel as dessert. This kestrel took down a pigeon, but when it hears something, it just takes off with its prey. The kestrel has made quite a mess eating this pigeon. Number 8. Magpies on the hunt. These magpies kill a bird, and after pecking a few times with the dead animal, they leave it behind and take off. This magpie attacks a sparrow, and just when this man was coming out of his house, he saw the magpie pounding his pointy beak into the sparrow's head until it was dead. This bird doesn't seem concerned about this crazy magpie being next to it, but perhaps it should. The magpie waits a few seconds before striking, and then it grabs the bird violently and takes off with it a few feet away from where they met. The magpie keeps assaulting the bird and then walks away. This bird is stuck in this enclosure, but a magpie makes sure it pulls it out of there and kills it in no time. Number 7. Black skimmers killing. The black skimmer makes the bird attacks in the movie The Birds look like an episode of Sesame Street. Look at how aggressive these birds are as they destroy these laughing gulls. This is a full-scale attack, and they're dropping everything but the kitchen sink on these poor gulls. One of the issues with the black skimmer's population increase is the fact that they murder young when nesting conditions aren't ideal. I feel bad for the young chicks because there's absolutely nothing they can do but endure the horrible ordeal the black skimmers are putting them through. The kills are not instant, and the chicks must suffer through bite after bite before they eventually succumb. Number 6. Heron attack ducklings. This heron decides to serve itself at the San Diego Zoo when it grabs a small duckling and swallows it whole. This heron grabs his duckling by the collar and repeatedly dips it in the water, probably prepping it so it will be easier to swallow. Another heron has caught a small duckling, and it doesn't take more than a few seconds before the heron swallows the duckling whole. Tourists immediately learned the herons were hunting little birds coming to the waterholes to satisfy their thirst after observing black-headed herons sitting around several of the waterholes in Gallagher. They spent nearly 2 hours at the watering hole attempting to catch one of them in the act, but they were unsuccessful. They were lucky when they arrived at another location and saw a heron catch 2 little birds in short succession. Given the lack of aquatic life, it's incredible how the herons have modified their diet to suit themselves. Number 5. Seagulls. This seagull attacks a penguin, but the penguin asks the seagull if it has lost its mind. It tells the seagull it is no giant petrel or skua, so it better pack its things and get going if it knows what's good for it. Herons, gulls, and other predators benefit from the number of young ducklings. Only 2 of the 10 to 17 young born in each nest survive the first year. The seagull in our video takes advantage of the situation and easily snatches one of the ducklings. It's like having a little midday treat for the seagull. Number 4. Sparrowhawk. This jackdaw gets more than he bargained for when the sparrowhawk decides to prep it for breakfast. We have seen how nasty magpies can be when they attack other birds, but the tables are turned on the mean magpies when this sparrowhawk pins one down for a count of 10 and eats it. This hawk manages to kill this magpie while it's fending off 5 other magpies trying to help their friend. It's incredible that the magpies are trying to help, but the hawk is tenacious and fights them off. This young male sparrowhawk has taken down a magpie and it's plucking at his feathers. Nature is brutal, but also fascinating. Number 3. Pelicans. Pelicans have large jaws, but it's a good thing. Look at how this pelican swallows a bird whole without hesitation. The birds are simply grabbed as if they were candies in a jar. The pigeons fight for their lives inside the pelican's jaws until they are swallowed. I'd fly out of there if I were the pigeons. This pelican isn't attempting to devour its chicks. It's only a matter of feeding the tiny fellow. Imagine having to reach that far into your mother's mouth just to eat. It's not like it's staying in there for just 10 seconds. It's been there for a long time. I hope the mom uses scope. A flock of birds gathered in St. James Park in London to eat tourist breadcrumbs. A pigeon took a crumb meant for a pelican and ate it. When the pelican got angry, he decided to eat the pigeon instead of the crumb. Number 2. Falcon attacks. This falcon catches a seagull and keeps it pinned while it tries to kill it. The seagull is desperately trying to free itself when a woman comes with her cane to remove the falcon. However, a man intervenes and asks the woman to move away while he removes both birds and walks away. It's not like he removed the falcon from the seagull, he just walked away with them and left them exactly as they were. This falcon holds on to a bird when another bird tries to annoy the falcon. The other bird is probably related to the victim and is trying to help it out. The poor bird is screaming for help while the falcon bites into its neck. It seems this bird's destiny has been decided. This falcon flew in and killed this beautiful female parrot. You can see the falcon has the parrot pinned and it's biting the parrot's face. I'm pretty sure the parrot is dead, and if it's not, it will be soon. The falcon tears the parrot in half when it's joined by another falcon that wants a piece of the action. The second falcon takes a few bites and takes off. I guess it wasn't that hungry, or it was told to scram. This falcon has made a kill and it perches itself on this pole, biting chunks of meat off its prey. These falcons prepare to snatch bats in midair as they launch a complete aerial attack. Watch as they approach their target and grab it with ease. As they are flying, returning to the nest with the goods to feed their young. Number 1. Stork. Look at that obnoxious bird, the stork, chowing down on worms and chicks while clapping his bill. That's a vicious bird you've got there. A fully grown male can reach 150 centimeters in height, with a wingspan of more than 2.5 meters and a bill that is more than 30 centimeters long. Storks make fantastic parents. Long after they have learned to fly, adult birds are known for their parental love, feeding and caring for their children. When food is scarce, black stork parents have been known to kill one of their fledglings, usually the weakest, to reduce their brood size and maximize the odds of remaining nesting survival. This white stork decided to kill off her baby, perhaps because she has had enough of it. In the nest, these two storks are spending time with their young. One of the storks decides to fly away for a while. When the stork returns, he witnesses his partner throwing one of the babies out of the nest, but does nothing but stand there and watch. The second baby is then snatched, and the stork throws that baby out of the nest as well. Both storks seem happy, and they can now enjoy a romantic dinner now that the nest is empty. This mother does everything she can to ensure other 3 girls are well cared for. Unfortunately, she does it in such a way that it is painful to watch for us humans. One of the babies is being beaten up, and the stork crushes its head before placing the baby on the nest edge. What perplexes me is how much pain she inflicts on the small bird. Rather than killing it all at once, she takes breaks in between mangling him to death, letting him live until he falls off the edge of the nest. This countdown showed the brutality of nature, but these birds need to eat. I guess it's the violence some display when they kill their prey that throws us off. My favorite has to be the falcons catching the bats in midair. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 15 horrific moments of birds eating birds. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.
Birds of prey can take down larger prey, including foxes and wolves. After they target a prey, they come down with surgical precision and deliver a devastating blow with their powerful talons.
He's on it like way on right. Oh, he got it! He got it! Oh, it's on camera!
If you want to see the rulers of the sky in action, it's time. So let's get started.
Oh my god.
15. Martial eagle attack lizard. In this video, a martial eagle appears to be surfing on the back of a monitor lizard in the Kruger National Park in South Africa, as it exited the water standing on top of the reptile. But when the surfing session was over, the lizard realized that the teacher was no teacher, but instead it was a chef, ready to try a new recipe of which the lizard was the main ingredient. At Martial Eagle, Africa's biggest eagle flies carrying a monitor lizard it caught for its next meal. The person filming this video was in Kenya's Tsavo West National Park, primarily to film hippos when he witnessed this incident. Africa is full of these brief, special moments that live on forever once they are recorded. The martial eagle in this video caught a monitor lizard and was waiting for it to die, so it could fly off with it to go feed its offspring that was crying out for food in the distance. The encounter lasted about 30 minutes before it was over. The martial eagle is the largest of the African eagles, and it can knock an adult man off his feet. The martial eagle weighs nearly 14 pounds and has a wingspan of about 6 feet 4 inches. It measures 32 inches in length. The upper body is dark brown with a white belly with black streaks and white legs with very large talons. The immature bird differs greatly from the adult. The martial eagle in this video flies away with a monitor lizard under its talon. 14. Eagle catches a duck. An eagle snatches a duck on the fly and lands on the riverbank, where white snow covers the ground. It's a simple hunt for the bird of prey, and now all that's left to do is kill the duck. In this video, you can clearly see those bald eagles hunt for more than just fish on the river. And here we see that the initial catch was made by a juvenile. Impressive! But this is another perfect illustration of the challenges that juveniles face as they hone their skills, as the younger predator ultimately loses its catch to an adult. One thing is for certain, you don't see bald eagle action like this every day. An eagle can be seen attacking a duck and her duckling swimming on a lake, and although the eagle comes up empty the first time around, it manages to snatch one duckling on the second attempt. 13. Eagle attacks impala. After spotting a baby impala trying to find cover, a young martial eagle dove to kill it. The impala's mom was in the area but was unable to defend her baby. She kept calling, hoping the baby would respond, but alas, it was already dead. Another eagle is seen perched on a tree holding its prey, another impala. It's surreal to imagine that birds of prey can take down and kill such animals. When a martial eagle grabs a young Thompson's gazelle, the desperate mother bravely rushes at the eagle to rescue her young, but the eagle resists. It seems like a martial eagle has killed an impala in this video. The eagle is standing on the impala with its talons tightly gripped on the animal, thinking where it's going to bite first. 12. Eagle attacks peacock. The peacock is a big bird, but eagles like its tender meat. This clip shows an eagle and a peacock battling it out. This is not your conventional eagle attack from the sky. This is hand-to-hand combat in the trenches. These two birds are really going at it, wrestling and rolling all over the ground. Who will come out on top? The eagle seems to have won this battle. A peacock perched on a tree is ready for anything when it sees an eagle flying above, trying to attack it. The eagle can be seen taking shots at the peacock, but none are conclusive. A peacock perched on a tree became easy prey for the changeable hawk eagle, seen eating the peacock in this video. 11. Eagle attacks snake. This brown snake eagle doesn't seem intimidated one bit by the cobra's hood, and just stomps on the snake as if it was a game. And perhaps it is for the eagle, but it's a deadly one. A brown snake eagle sits on a snouted cobra in this video, but when the eagle decides to reposition itself, the snake has its chance to fight back, and it works, because the eagle can be seen taking off after realizing this hunt may be more difficult now, since the bird no longer possesses the element of surprise over the snake. An eagle and a snake meet in a park. I don't know what kind of park this is, and I think I would rather not know, but it looks like snakes and eagles hang out at this park. The eagle has the advantage as it stands on the snake with its powerful talons clamped on the snake, preventing the reptile from moving. The eagle takes bites out of the snake, weakening it slowly, which will eventually kill him. 10. Eagle attack on fox. In our thumbnail, an eagle can be seen snatching a fox on the fly, and this is not photoshopped. Trust me, these birds of prey are strong enough to do this. In this video, a large eagle flanks a fox and tries to grab it on the fly, but the eagle misses. A battle ensues between the two animals, and surprisingly enough, the fox manages to free itself from the mighty bird of prey and escapes. The eagle watches the fox run away and realizes it's his lunch.
Videos and photos captured a bald eagle attempting to snatch a rabbit from a young red fox as they battled it out over 20 feet in the air. One of the kids caught a rabbit and held it in its mouth. A man panned his camera to capture the action. Then behind him, he saw the bald eagle eyeing the rabbit in the fox's mouth. He followed the action with his camera and waited for the bird's talons to swoop down with the cry of a bald eagle. He turned around and saw it approaching fast. To his surprise, the scene was even more dramatic than he expected. He thought the fox would drop the rabbit, giving the eagle an easy dinner. Instead, the fox, with its jaw still clenched on the rabbit, inadvertently got snagged by the bald eagle. The eagle lifted the young fox and rabbit into the sky, triggering an even more dramatic struggle. The struggle ensued for about 8 seconds, 20 feet in the air, with both sides refusing to give up. The eagle was eventually able to snatch the rabbit out of the fox's mouth and into its talon. The bird let the fox go, dropping him on the ground. Don't worry, the fox was fine. It shook off the encounter and resumed playing with its fellow kits. Foxes don't usually hunt rabbits and generally eat berries, insects, and voles.
In this video, a majestic golden eagle attacks a snow fox in the dead of winter and manages to pin the fox down for a few seconds, but the video cuts before we can see the outcome of the scuffle. 9. Eagle attacks seagull. A bald eagle hunted down a seagull on a golf course, while onlookers watched in astonishment of the eagle's strength. Not only did the eagle capture and kill the seagull, but it also flew away with the remains of a bird that weighs the same, if not more, than the eagle. The eagle in this video looks like it's hunting birds in the sky, but what it's doing is circling the river to better position itself for an imminent attack on a seagull that is on the water. And boy does it work, as the eagle easily snatches the seagull out of the water on the fly. The eagle in this video comes swooping down when it tries to snatch a seagull on the water, but misses. The eagle tries a second time, and it's a bullseye. I wonder why this eagle didn't just take off after the first attack, unless it couldn't fly. 8. Eagle attacks heron. Immediately after killing a young heron, an adult eagle, probably female, dragged the carcass up onto the grassy area above where they were filming. Initially, she ate some of it, and then the smaller eagle, probably the male, ate some as well. In this video, 2 eagles stalk and attack a heron. But what's even more peculiar is where the fight is taking place, right in front of a residence. How did those birds end up there? A couple on a boat watched 2 eagles force a great blue heron into the lake, at which point they began filming. Nature is not always sweet, because the residents in the wild need to eat, and contrary to humans, they are their own butchers. 7. Eagle hunts hare. Among birds of prey, it is a king. The golden eagle is an incredible hunting machine. With a 7-foot wingspan and razor-sharp vision, its eyes can spot prey from over 2 miles away, and it has a killer 150-mile-per-hour dive, which means this hare doesn't stand a chance. Hares are a favorite prey of golden eagles and a hopping pack of protein. The rabbit can run as fast as 40 miles an hour, but that's no match for talons that descend from above. The big bird has an incredible grip. It can squeeze over 750 pounds per square inch, so most prey are killed instantly. When the eagle targets one of the 2 bunnies and kills it in seconds, the hare that took the high road is still alive and can be seen watching his friend being eaten by the bird of prey.
In this spectacular footage, you can see how an eagle swoops down to grab a rabbit on the fly. When the eagle spreads its wings, it is awe-inspiring. The bird is so big when it is seen up close, it just makes you wonder how much of a chance a small rabbit like this has of getting away. An eagle can be swooping down as it hunts a hare. The bunny is extremely fast and capable of zigzagging, as it performs a couple of incredible high jumps to escape certain death. And as surprising as it may sound, this bunny rabbit may just get to live another day. And if he does, he definitely deserves it. But it's still a walk in the park for the eagle.
Eagles have the air advantage over their prey, which allows these amazing birds of prey to scope a large area down below to spot potential prey. But even with this advantage, it's not a guaranteed hunt, because the animals they hunt, in this case a hare, are fast. However, for the hare to use its speed, it needs to run. And when the eagle lands on the bunny, crushing it against the ground with its powerful talons, the last thing it will do is run.
6. Eagle attacks goose. Wildlife enthusiasts watched a third-year bald eagle swoop down to try and grab a Canada goose. The goose dove under the water, so the eagle turned around and returned, swooping down again and trying to grab the goose. This went on for 8 minutes or so, until the eagle finally grabbed the goose and flew off with it.
2 geese and their 8 little goslings are attacked by an eagle while they dine in the backyard of the man filming. The eagle hovers above the birds and attacks several times as it tries to snatch one of the goslings. But the parents are up for the challenge, and each time the eagle gets close, the adults jump up in the air to confront the eagle, preventing the bird of prey from reaching its goal. The eagle in this video had recently caught almost exclusively large fish. In this video, at last, it came to hunt for an Egyptian goose, and even though it failed, it was still something nice to record for the person filming the incident.
5. Eagle attack eagle.
In this video, 2 bald eagles can be seen fighting on the side of a road, as the people filming try to get closer to the battling birds. These birds could be injured, but I'm not sure. The people filming finally figure out that they are 2 males fighting, but out of all the places, in the middle of a road. I guess they don't pick and choose their spots. The birds are entangled, and I frankly have no clue how they're going to get out of this mess. On his way to work, the man filming first thought these 2 bald eagles were mating, but after noticing some blood, he realized they were fighting about something. Probably territory, prey, or you guessed it, women.
4. Eagle attacks cat.
The footage in this video is rare, and most people aren't comfortable seeing domestic cats killed by birds of prey because they own them as pets, but it's a reality. The eagle can be seen taking a dead black cat to its nest to feed its youngsters. This martial eagle has killed a serval cat and is holding it up on a tree branch. The cat's body is hanging from the branch. It's a sad sight, but the eagle must eat. Once an eagle gets its talons onto its victim, there's very little it can do unless it's a heavier animal. But cats are way too small to stand a chance, just like the cat in this video. I like the fact that domestic cats can enjoy the outdoors, but depending on where you live, you best be careful if it's close to a forest and you let your cats out. Danger is always lurking.
3. Eagle attacks osprey nest.
In this video, a bald eagle attacked a nest and grabbed a baby osprey. Wildlife enthusiasts were all heartbroken when this happened, because these birds were part of a special project. Bald eagles often attack other birds, and in this video, a bald eagle attacks an osprey in flight, and the attack can be seen in slow motion.
In this video, watch as a bald eagle flies over a nest and takes the chicks on the fly with this view of the nest. They're there one moment and gone the next.
2. Eagle attacks otter.
An otter is enjoying his lunch on the beach until a bald eagle swoops down to attack it. The otter is quick and runs back into the water quickly, after which the eagle immediately lands on what the otter is eating. Once the eagle is gone, the otter comes back out of the water and looks for his food, but finds nothing. So he decides it's time to have a little fun and rolls in the sand. In this video, an otter is seen chasing his lunch on a floating dock when a bald eagle comes down to steal it. When the eagle swoops down for the attack, The otter dives into the water to avoid being struck, but climbs right back out of the water after the eagle is gone. This juvenile eagle tries 3 times to snatch fish from some river otters that crawled onto thin ice. Otters are amazing hunters, and they can become extremely aggressive when attacked. We can see the eagle hovering above the otters as they swim in the water. 1. Eagle killing guinea fowl. This martial eagle is pinning down a struggling guinea fowl that is trying to survive, and its talons are holding it down until it dies. After killing the bird, it flew away for about an hour watching his prey, and then as he swooped down, he picked up the guinea fowl and flew away to enjoy its bounty. Life is a circle. The people filming this video came across a martial eagle feeding on one of its favorite meals, a recently killed guinea fowl. In this video, a martial eagle is eating a guinea fowl it just killed. And if you listen carefully, you can hear another fowl hiding under the bushes that is shocked by what he is seeing and terrified to come out. Eagles seem to like the taste of guinea fowl, so it is not safe for these ground nesting birds to be outside when eagles are around. Since guinea fowl make their nest on the ground, they are easy prey for eagles scouting the ground. When an eagle comes down for an attack, it is almost a sure kill. In this video, the martial eagle is seen feeding on a guinea fowl perched on a branch of a large tree. Some of these hunts were out of this world, but the one I'm still thinking about is the fox that was literally grabbed and flown into midair before being dropped like a sack of potatoes by the eagle. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Eagles are some of the best hunters on the planet. When it's time for brunch, they don't play around. From up above, they strike at the speed of light, and so let's find out what they're capable of as we count down 15 best eagle attacks caught on camera. Number 15. Eagle attacks photographer. A Vancouver Island photographer was left with some cuts and scratches after a pair of eagles took a nosedive straight into her lap this week. Lisa Bell told CTV News she was visiting her friend just north of Qualicum Beach on Friday afternoon when she decided to snap some pictures in the yard. But as she focused her lens on 2 bald eagles she said were engaged in a mating ritual, the birds suddenly came crashing down to earth. It only took a split second, Bell said. The eagles entwined and proceeded to fall on me. When eagles are courting, they sometimes perform an act known as cartwheeling, where they lock talons and plummet towards the ground before separating at the last minute. In this case, Bell said that the birds of prey didn't quite manage to pull off the maneuver. It's about trust, she said. They're supposed to let go of each other in time before hitting the ground. In this case, they let go, but not in time. The eagles launched off moments later after landing on her lap, and their sharp claws left her with a number of small injuries, including a cut on her finger, 2 puncture wounds on her jaw, and scratches on her arm and chest. But Bell also managed to capture an incredible picture of the birds mid-flight, and for a nature lover like herself, it was more than worth it. "I've got war wounds now. I've got stories to tell my grandchildren," she said. It was phenomenal. One of our subscribers sent us this thumbnail. I don't know about you, but an eagle grabbing an alligator from the ground seems quite the feat, unless of course it's trickery. But the subscriber assured us it was real. What do you think? Do you think this bald eagle has enough oomph to grab this gator and fly away with such ease? Number 14. Eagle attacks wolf. As many of us are forced to work from home or are unable to work at all, more and more people are scouring the internet looking for distractions. These photos shared on social media show an adult bald-headed eagle and a wolf battling it out over carrion scraps left on the ground. You might think the wolf would have the advantage, at least on the ground, but that does not appear to be the case. A full-grown eagle's wingspan can exceed 7 feet, and their talons can grow larger than a man's hand. Typically, wolves grow to between 3 and 5 feet, and adult eagles learn to disable larger prey with a powerful strike directed at the back of the skull of larger mammals such as wolves, deer, and mountain goats. These images also show the eagle forcing the wolf to retreat and give up on the carrion meal. But we don't know what happened after the camera stopped recording. Number 13. Woman fights off eagle. A woman playing with her cockatoo has told of the horrifying moment she fought off an eagle, which swooped down and attacked her. Terrified, She turned around, trying to avoid the eagle to the best of her abilities, while she still had the cockatoo on her arm. She explained how she was outside having fun with her cockatoo, when out of the blue, an eagle came swooping down to attack her. It landed on her head, and she was screaming and turning, desperately trying to get the eagle off of her. She was trying to get it off of her, and it took a few seconds, but those seconds felt like a lifetime. She finally managed to scare the eagle who flew away. Nothing happened to her cockatoo, so in the all is well that ends well. Number 12. Golden eagle attacks deer. Nobody had ever documented a golden eagle killing a deer in this region, but Curley, who along with Jonathan Slott of Wildlife Conservation Society, published a report of the incident in the Journal of Raptor Research, knew what the massive birds, with wingspans up to 7 feet, were capable of. Named for the distinctive gold-colored feathers on the nape of its neck, the gold eagle can deploy up to 7 distinctive hunting techniques, each one corresponding to the size and speed of its prey. When attacking slow-flying birds, for instance, the golden eagle soars upward and then rapidly descends, literally knocking the birds out of the sky. If it's stalking large animals such as deer, it flies low to the ground, waiting for the right moment to strike with a sustained grip of its talons. Golden eagles typically prey upon small and medium-sized animals such as geese, rabbits, and reptiles. But its occasional attack on bigger animals, lambs, deer, and even juvenile brown bears, led ranchers in the United States to believe that the bird was depleting their livestock. Is the golden eagle really strong enough to grab a large deer like in the photo? I will leave that up to you to determine. Number 11. Eagle attacks paraglider. Britain's top female paraglider has cheated death after being attacked by a pair of screeching wild eagles while competition flying in Australia. Nikki Moss, 38, watched terrified as 2 huge birds began tearing into her parachute canopy, one becoming entangled in her lines and clawing at her head 8,200 feet in the air. She heard screeching behind her and an eagle flew down and attacked her, swooping down and bouncing into the side of her wing with its claws. Then another one appeared, and together they launched a sustained attack on her glider, tearing at the wing. The encounter happened while Moss, a member of the British paragliding team, was preparing for world titles this month at Manila in northern New South Wales state. One of the most giant-tailed eagles became wrapped in the canopy lines and slid down towards Moss, lashing at her face with its talons as her paraglider plummeted toward the ground. It swooped in and hit her on the back of the head, then got tangled in the glider, which collapsed it. So, she had a very, very large bird wrapped up screeching beside her as she screamed back. She said she thought about dumping her parachute-style canopy and using the reserve. But then, she would have been descending on her reserve as the birds continued shredding it, which she wasn't happy about. Wedge-tailed eagles are Australia's largest predatory birds and have a wingspan of more than 2 meters. Moss said the attack ended after the second bird freed itself and the glider reached a height of only 100 meters from the ground, taking her outside the territory of the pair, who probably mistook her as a bird intruder. Veteran Australian paraglider pilot Godfrey Winnis said eagle attacks were rare, but Moss had been flying in an area where the birds were not accustomed to human pilots. Eagles are the sharks of the air, but if you're a regular, they just treat you pretty indifferently, he said. Moss, who crashed into a gum tree in Australia last year while flying in Victoria, said her latest encounter had not put her off flying. I see the eagles quite often, and they are incredibly beautiful. But I must say, I've never been so relieved to reach the ground, she said. Number 10. Seagulls attack a bald eagle. This is the remarkable moment a brave seagull swoops on a deadly bald eagle and pecks at its back, in a bid to save its friend from the predator's death grip. Photographer David Canales captured the incredible sky battle while birdwatching in Prince William Sound in Alaska, USA. The 33-year-old was amazed when the brazen eagle descended on a flock of gulls and plucked one from the air, with around 10 of the white birds pursuing the birds of prey. All of a sudden, this eagle attacks and landed on the seagull, which caused quite a stir among the other birds. It all occurred so fast, Canales didn't know the scale of how dramatic the chase was until he looked through the photos hours later. He was also surprised that the eagle was able to carry the seagull with ease, as the seagull isn't much smaller than the eagle. The eagle is outnumbered by hundreds of seagulls to 1. Number 9. Eagle snatches a drone. In the battle for air supremacy, a bald eagle just proved that technology is no match for brute strength. The giant bird recently attacked a drone, destroying it and sending it to the bottom of Lake Michigan. During the squabble, the eagle tore off the drone's propeller, making the device plummet 162 feet through the air and into the lake, The brazen eagle versus the drone clash took place while environmental quality analyst and drone pilot Hunter King was mapping erosion along the shoreline. The data is being used to help communities cope with rising water levels. When King faced poor satellite reception, he pressed the go home button, recalling the drone back to him. But as he made its way home, it began twirling furiously during its tussle with the eagle. It was like a really bad roller coaster ride, said King. When he looked up to find the drone in the sky, it was gone, and the eagle was already flying away victorious. A nearby couple confirmed to King that they saw an eagle attack something in the sky. The three said that the eagle appeared uninjured as it made its escape from the crime scene. Number 8. Bald eagle attacks a grizzly bear. Who would win in a fight between a grizzly bear and a bald eagle? The bear would certainly have an overwhelming advantage when it comes to sheer brawn, but eagles have razor-sharp claws, excellent aim, and can fly. However, this hypothetical situation is rendered somewhat moot due to the fact that eagles and bears rarely get into fights. They simply have no reason to. Unless we are talking about two football teams from Chicago and Philly, bears and eagles have very little to do with one another and will generally avoid each other if they can. Actually, that might apply for the teams as well. Yet for some reason, a boater in Alaska's Naknek River did manage to film a rare instance of an eagle attacking a bear a few years back. Apparently, the eagle decided the bear made for a good target and drove straight for its eyes. As you can see, the eagle could have easily blinded the surprised bear. We're not sure if it came around for a second dive, or if it just flew away wondering why it did that. Number 7. Eagle attacks cat. Bird lovers watching the Albion Society of Western Pennsylvania's bald eagle cam were served a harsh dose of reality after one of the Aquiline reality stars brought a kitten back to its nest. The bird then proceeded to tear the quarry up and feed it to its two eaglets. While the small cat already appeared to be dead on the live stream, some viewers were still taken aback, and that's when the question started. Do eagles poach cats? Should pet owners fear death from above? Do cats go to heaven? No, and Google it. Depending on where they live, some bald eagles mainly fish. Others subsist mostly on other birds such as gulls and geese. But mammals like rabbits, lambs, and yes, even adorable kittens, are typically an uncommon item on the menu. The eagles that own the nest in Hayes, a neighborhood in Pittsburgh, are no exception. They've mainly been fetching fish, says ASWP Executive Director Jim Bonner. When a mammal does show up for dinner, it's usually dead on arrival. Number 6. Octopus battle bald eagle. John Illett and his colleagues were working at a fish farm off the coast of northern Vancouver Island when they witnessed a knockdown drag-out fight between an octopus and bald eagle and caught the battle on video. The crew was in their boat finishing up work near Quatsino, BC when Illett said they heard a lot of screeching, a lot of splashing sounds, and saw a bald eagle drowning in the death grip of a large octopus. They were grappling and struggling in the water. The octopus dwarfed the eagle and completely wrapped it up. The crew didn't know if they should intervene, but eventually they decided to step in and save the bird. While a colleague's camera rolled, Illett took a pike pole and slowly peeled the octopus off its prey. That gave the eagle just enough time to break free and swim to shore. The bird spent about 10 minutes gathering itself on the shoreline before flying off. Number 5. Eagle attacks Donald Trump. Eagles love America, just like Donald Trump, so it only makes sense that the two were brought together for a photo shoot on August 18th. Time magazine was doing a cover story on Trump, but newly released footage from the shoot reveals that Uncle Sam, the 27-year-old bald eagle, is no docile bird. When Trump reached for something next to Uncle Sam, the eagle lunged, making Trump recoil in shock. What you will do for a cover. This bird is seriously dangerous, but beautiful, said Trump after the incident.
This bird is seriously dangerous, but beautiful.
Meanwhile, the internet has been busy, creating GIFs and memes of the hilarious incident. Number 4. Eagle attacks kangaroo. The moment a hungry wedge-tailed eagle swooped down on an unsuspecting kangaroo has been captured on camera. The bird of prey was filmed trying to grab the eastern grey kangaroo 3 times in Port Lincoln on the southern tip of Eyre Peninsula in South Australia. The marsupial fought back and managed to scare the eagle away on its 3rd attempt. Wedge-tailed eagles are the largest bird of prey in Australia, with a wingspan up to 2.84 meters and a length up to 1.06 meters. The big brown birds have been known to prey on small kangaroos, wallabies, koalas, and emus, but their primary targets are rabbits and hares. Wedge-tails are found throughout Australia and southern New Guinea. The eastern grey kangaroo is found in southern and East Australia, including Tasmania. An adult male will weigh 50 to 66 kilograms and can be grown up to 2 meters tall, while females weigh 17 to 40 kilograms and are shorter. Other than wedge-tailed eagles, their only natural predators are dingoes, and before their extermination, Tasmanian tigers. Number 3. Bald eagle versus bald eagle. Sam Longfellow spotted a furious cluster of gray and white feathers shaking high in a tree outside his home in southern Maryland. 2 bald eagles were going at it. The birds were hanging upside down, talons locked together over a branch, glaring at each other. They were hooked in the tree, and neither of them were willing to let go. One of the birds was looking at the other one like, "If you touch me, I swear." The bald eagles the couple saw in their Calvert Country yard Sunday morning are the latest in a series of angry, entangled eagles spotted across the country in recent years. The birds' talons became stuck together during aerial battles over territory, and the birds plummet onto roads or trees. Growing eagle populations and shrinking habitats have led to more frequent and more fierce struggles over territory, and more sightings of stuck-together eagles. Like aerial arm wrestlers, male eagles grapple talon to talon, squawking and tumbling through the air. The birds usually break free as they fall, but occasionally their talons become locked together and the birds smash to the ground. The fights and falls are especially common in late winter as the eagles prepare to mate. Number 2. Eagle attacks MLB player. During the Twins pregame ceremonies, a bald eagle was brought out to fly around Be All-American and Majestic during the anthem. While the anthem's still underway, the eagle decided it wanted to land, but did not want to go back to his handler, who knows how to handle huge birds. Instead, the eagle targeted Mariners pitcher James Paxton, who was standing in the outfield with his hat over his heart, just observing the anthem as usual, when he was accosted by an eagle. Presumably, Paxton does not know how to handle huge birds, but he'd handled it well. At first, the eagle just flew near him, and Paxton had the correct reaction of, "Whoa, what the hell? Why is this eagle near my face?" But the eagle landed in front of him and all seemed okay. That eagle wasn't done though. That eagle wanted to be friends. With the eagle taking up residence on his shoulder, Paxton remained as calm as can possibly be expected from someone who's being accosted by a random eagle. Why the eagle singled out Paxton as a fill-in for the proper handler isn't clear, but there are 2 feasible options. One is that Paxton was standing all alone in an open space, which might have mimicked the environment of a handler's training, and is usually strategy for the eagle. The other possibility is that the eagle could tell that Paxton is Canadian and wanted to put a little fear in him. Number 1. Bald eagle snatches a fox holding a rabbit. Videos and photos captured a bald eagle attempting to snatch a rabbit from a young red fox as they battled it out 20 feet in the air in what a photographer called a dramatic act of thievery. The dramatic sight at San Juan Island National Historic Park in Washington State was caught by photographers Kevin Eby and Zachary Hartjay. Eby wrote in a blog post he was at the park a few days ago watching the young red foxes, called kits, hunt before sunset. One of the kits caught a rabbit and held it in his mouth. He panned his camera to capture the action. Then, behind him, he saw the bald eagle eyeing the rabbit in the fox's mouth. He followed the action with his camera and waited for the bird's talons to swoop down with the cry of a bald eagle. He turned around and saw it approaching fast. To his surprise, the scene was even more dramatic than he expected. He thought the fox would drop the rabbit, giving the eagle an easy dinner. Instead, the fox, with its jaw still clenched on the rabbit, inadvertently got snagged by the bald eagle. The eagle lifted the young fox and rabbit into the sky, triggering an even more dramatic struggle. The struggle ensued for about 8 seconds, 20 feet in the air, with both sides refusing to give up. The eagle was eventually able to snatch the rabbit out of the fox's mouth and into its talon. The bird let the fox go, dropping him to the ground. Don't worry, the fox was fine. It shook off the encounter and resumed playing with its fellow kits. Foxes don't usually hunt rabbits and generally eat berries, insects, and voles. It's not for nothing that air attacks ruining wars make all the difference. These eagle attacks are scary enough to make people afraid of exploring nature. You'll never know when they come soaring down on you. It's like there's nothing you can do except pray and hope for the best. Well, that's it for our countdown of 15 best eagle attacks caught on camera. Join us next time for another amazing countdown. Until then, have a good one. Eagles are the apex predators of the sky and can rain down hell on any prey they choose. Their Their precision lets them deliver a final blow so powerful it can dismantle any creature regardless of its size. And if you thought eagles couldn't possibly attack humans, well, you better sit down, because we have some news for you. As if that wasn't unlucky enough, eagles don't even spare huge bears either, or innocent kangaroos for that matter. Don't believe us? Keep on watching, because here are the craziest eagle attacks ever caught on camera. Eagles are vicious creatures.
Look again. Is that an eagle snatching a baby?
Why else would they hurt a tiny girl who seemed to be just minding her own business? In an unexpected moment, the eagle swooped in and attacked the girl, who could be seen falling down. Thankfully, there were people around who immediately rushed to the little girl's aid and managed to pry her away from the eagle's razor-sharp talons. Thankfully, she wasn't hurt, but it could have ended way worse. Okay, so while we can completely understand the eagle preying on a little girl since she was pretty tiny in size, attacking a bear is something that completely blows our mind. A creature that is more than double its size, the bear seems like the most unexpected prey for an eagle to go for. Yet, this bird seems to have no fear as it makes the bear almost fall out of the tree. However, in the eagle's defense, the bear wasn't exactly innocent, as it had been trying to creep into an eagle's nest for the eaglets. So it probably serves it right for trying to mess with a mama.
Before we move on, we've got a speed challenge for you. If you subscribe to Facts Junkie and hit the bell icon in the next 5 seconds, you'll win 10 years of incredible luck. Give it a shot. It actually works.
We personally really like kangaroos. They're sweet creatures that just love to hop around. How can you not like an animal as adorable as them? However, this clip proves that eagles don't seem to hold the same opinion as we do. Or maybe they actually think the exact same way and want to be closer to kangaroos. Huh? That's something to think about. Anyway, back to the clip. What we see here is an eagle doing its classic swoop on an unsuspecting kangaroo. It tried its best to attack the kangaroo, but the smart animal just kept off hopping out of its reach. This one just makes our hearts hurt. Plain and simple. Not only did the horrible eagle attack the goat, but it also dropped the living animal from such a height that it went tumbling down the mountain. Poor goat. The eagle could have just eaten it and saved it from a long, painful death. I guess we've never truly known just how vile eagles can actually be until we saw this clip. Now we wish we had stayed oblivious. Eagles are superior creatures, and we've all come to accept that. However, eagles seem to be one of the very few animals who love showing everyone who's the boss, even cats. This clip shows an eagle grabbing the kitten by its sharp talons, so it's left dangling off the fence and sitting proudly to show the world what it can do. It's the sheer amount of arrogance and vileness that makes eagles super unlikable. Don't know why America even has one of these as their emblem. Wait, on second thought, the American eagle emblem is now making more sense than ever.
Bet you put a leash on the next one, won't you? Oh yeah.
Bird v. bird. Even though they're the same type of animal, the strength and power of these two opponents have is quite different. You can put the eagle in a cage and it will still find a way to attack anyone it lays eyes on. Just like the one in this clip. While we can see it locked in a cage, it did not stop the eagle from being its best self and attacking the innocent bird that had come to see why the eagle was in the cage. And boy, did it get its answer. Or is having your face in one of the eagle's talons not enough of an answer? We'll leave that for you to decide.
Oh, Jesus!
This clip here shows a Mongolian eagle hunter using his eagle to attack a wolf. While this specific footage was taken to educate, it still shows the extent of what an eagle can actually do. Having grabbed the wolf by its mouth, the eagle managed to bring down the most apex of predators just by using its talons. While everyone can be seen trying to chain the wolf, the eagle is enjoying a big old piece of meat and managed to snatch off. If this isn't reason enough for you to run the other way when you see an eagle approaching, then we don't know what is. As if throwing a goat off a mountain was not enough, in this clip, we see an eagle setting its sights on a baby goat that was clinging onto its mama. Determining to tear the little family apart, the eagle keeps attacking as the baby goat tries to scurry out of its wretched talons, until ultimately, the baby goat, or its mama for that matter, couldn't do much to save itself from being the eagle's dinner. Some things are just meant to happen, and the eagle being the worst and best predator at the same time has to be one of them. As if hunting and attacking animals and even humans at times was not enough, eagles also like to fight with fellow predators with wings. Showing off its power in front of the vulture just because it could, the eagle tried to feed on the animal carcass that actually belonged to the vulture. And when the vulture came to ask for it back, the eagle did what it does best. It fought the vulture. However, this time, the vulture won and managed to keep the eagle away from its catch. Watching that sure does feel good. There are very few animals that have the guts to quarrel with a leopard. Unfortunately, as we've learnt until now, eagles seem to be the most fearless of them all. Eyeing a mother leopard with her cubs, the eagle saw an opportunity to grab them and flew in. However, the mother leopard wasn't just going to let an eagle swoop in and take her beloved cubs. So it did what any mother would do and protected her and her little family from the hungry eagle. While it looks like the leopard killed the eagle, we can't be sure of that from this clip alone. Whether it was killed or not, the eagle sure got what was coming to it.
Oh my God! Hey, lady.
Even an animal that people run away from when hearing the sound of is scared of an eagle. Being almost twice its size, the coyote didn't seem to be much of a match in front of the eagle. Going further into the video, we see that this brawl came about because of a piece of carcass that both the animals wanted, but none of them was going to give it up. What this also proves is that the eagle is always up to something, even if it has a coyote in front of it. Having been sworn enemies for years, the eagles versus owl fights are more common than you think. The two birds can't stand each other and are often seen banging talons together. But in this clip, we see a vicious eagle try to attack an owl's nest, and the mama owl fighting it off and protecting it. The eagle sure didn't get the memo of never messing with a mother protecting its babies. Alright, comment below which of these eagle attacks freaked you out the most. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Facts Junkie, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hello everybody and welcome back to HB Channel. In today's episode I will bring bird of prey attack against livestock. From birds of prey, eagle is the most notorious and the most powerful predatory bird. A fearless bird that attack almost everything. Before I continue with the new content, if you are new to this channel and like my video, you can support me by subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, so you will be updated in the future with every new content that I will upload. Eagle, this bird of prey, are known to occasionally attack and prey on small and medium-sized animals, including livestock, such as lamb, goats, and cows. Those attacks are more common in areas where eagle and livestock coexist, such as rural or mountain region. This bird of prey is terrific. In this footage, eagle target a jackal and start chasing him. The dangerous part is when the calf start running in panic. And this is what the eagle wants. Running in panic increases the chance to fall and losing the balance for the prey. Falling in a harsh terrain can end up with a serious injury for the prey. But not only the livestock, but even pet dogs can be target of eagle. In this footage, this giant eagle, it shows that attack dogs. While it is uncommon for the eagle to attack dogs, it can occasionally happen if the dog is small enough to be mistaken for a prey. Eagles typically prefer to hunt and feed small animals, such as rodent, rabbit, and birds, rather than large animals like dogs. However, there are certain situations where dogs may be more vulnerable to eagles' attacks. For example, if the dog is small breed or puppy, and it is left attended in an open area, when the eagle are known to hunt. In this case, it is possible that an eagle may see the dog as a prey and attempt to attack it. Eagle against wolf. Eagles are not typically known to attack wolves, as wolves are much larger and more powerful predator than a typical prey for the eagle. However, there have been rare cases when eagles have been known to attack wolves, particularly if the eagle is defending its own territory, or when the eagle and wolf want to steal each other the food. They fight for the prey. In those cases, the eagle may snoop down and attempt to strike the wolf. The eagle uses its sharp claw, aiming for the eyes or other vulnerable area. It's worth noting that wolves are highly adept predators, and they are able to defend themselves against a wide range of threats, including eagles. Wolves are able to move quickly and efficiently, and will often work together in pack to defend themselves against large predators. And eagle in most of the time target a lone wolf or small species of wolf. When wolf fight back, the eagle retreat. The bird avoid the injury to survive for a long time. Livestock guardian dogs are often used to protect livestock from predators, including birds of prey, such as eagle and hawks. Livestock guardian dogs, as known as LGDs, are large intelligent dogs that have been bred specifically for the purpose to guard the livestock against predatory threats. They are trained to live with livestock and protect the animals they are assigned to, and their presence alone can be often enough to deter predators. When it comes to the bird of prey, livestock guardian dogs can be particularly effective in deterring them from attacking the livestock. The dogs are often trained to bark loudly and aggressively when they detect a threat. This can scare off the bird of prey. Additionally, livestock guardian dogs are known for their agility and speed, which can allow them to chase and intercept the bird of prey that are target the livestock. However, it is important to note that livestock guardian dogs are not foolproof when it comes to protecting livestock from birds of prey. Some birds of prey, such as the eagle, are powerful and determined hunters, and they may not be deterred by the presence of dogs. In addition, livestock guardian dogs may not be able to protect animals that are in open pasture or they are sacred over the large area. But overall, livestock guardian dog can be effective in protecting livestock from birds of prey. It is important to use variety of strategy to deter and prevent attacks. These may include using scare tactics, provide shelter for livestock, and monitoring the area for signs of predatory activities, such as birds of prey. Livestock guardian dogs play an important role in protecting livestock from predatory, such as coyote, wolf, bear, cougar, and even from bird of prey. Those dogs are bred and trained specifically for purpose of guardian of livestock and can be highly effective in deterring predators and preventing loss. Livestock guardian dog can reduce the losses by deterring the predator, and they actively protect livestock. Livestock guardian dog can help reduce losses due to the predation. This can be particularly important for farmers and shepherds who depend on their livestock for their livelihood. This is all for today. Thank you everybody for watching.
Eagles are the real king of birds, with smashing claws and beak. Fast, strong, with powerful wings and keen eyesight. Eagles are the ideal predators. They have great courage as it does not fear even from large and predatory animals. It won't waste effort to get to its prey and attack without mercy. If you want to see some of the most powerful birds of prey in action, please don't go anywhere. Let's get started. 9 Top Worst Cruel Hunting Moment of the Hungry Eagle. Number 9. Monitor lizards. This martial eagle is the largest eagle in Africa, it catching one of Africa's largest lizards and rips its eyes apart as it tries to escape. According to Filmer, it took about 5 hours for the lizard to finally give up, and so the eagle finally succeeded with the catch and enjoy its tasty meal for dinner. Did you know eagle beak and claws are dangerous weapons? Once the claws closed, it is impossible to break out. In this video you can see, another martial eagle killed 4-foot Africa's largest lizards. The first part of the lizard it consumed was the eggs, its excellent meal for the eagle. This monitor lizard was able to carry the eagle right across the road. The martial eagle waited until the lizard had no energy left for fight, then pinned it down for the last supper. Number 8. Eagle hunting snake. The brown snake eagle is one of the largest species of birds in their family. As their name suggests, their plumage is completely brown, and they primarily feed on snakes. They are not immune to the venom of any venomous snake, but these predatory birds are very proficient in killing and catching their prey. This white-bellied sea eagle feeds mainly off aquatic animals, such as fish, turtles, and sea snakes. As you can see in this clip, the snake attempts to fight back. Even in midair, he can still bite. But biting an enemy in midair is not easy. And finally the eagle brings the snake back to the nest to feed its family. This crested serpent eagle is a medium-sized bird of prey that is found in forested habitats across tropical Asia. This bird usually hunts from a high perch at the edges of clearings, in forests, and on wet grassland areas. Eagles are one of the many predators of snakes in the wild, despite not being immune to snake venom. They would attack snakes from above, catch the snake, and crush them with their talons. As you can see in this clip, this eagle dismembers a snake with its sharply pointed and strong beak and ate it. Number 7. Swans. This shocking video shows a massive white-tailed eagle eating a baby swan. But this baby swan is too little for their dinner. The white-tailed eagles are carnivores. Their diet consists only of meat. They eat about 500 to 600 grams of food per day. The white-tailed eagle is an apex predator, with no natural predators of its own. The only threats it faces are from humans. Next, this white-tailed eagle goes for the kill on the fly, and battles it out with a goose in the water. The eagle's sudden and rapid attack makes the hunt almost always successful. The goose tries to escape, but it's just not happening. A goose doesn't have any chance of surviving. Once the claws closed, it is impossible to break out. The goose is then floated to the nearest bank, where it can be eaten. However, the goose appears to be alive when it is being preyed upon, which is cruel and disturbing to us, but that's just the way nature rules. Number 6. Rabbit. Hawks prey on small mammals including rabbits. Any mammals they do catch will be eaten. Hawks don't kill for fun but for their own survival. This hawk spots the quarry of jackrabbit, but speedy jackrabbit won't be easy to catch. They run as fast as 40 miles an hour and leap 10 feet. But not at this time. The Harris hawk do not hunting alone. It prefers to hunt in a group, and it can be deadly, even for a speedy jackrabbit. And at the end, it ended up being a nice meal for this Harris's hawk family. In this clip we can see, this hawk catches the rabbit and pinned it to the ground. There is no chance for the rabbit to escape, and the hawk slowly begin to dismember it. But what a surprise, the rabbit appears to be alive when it is being preyed upon. I guess this hawk wait until the rabbit have no energy left for fight, then eat it for lunch. Number 5. Eagle hunting birds. The African fish eagle is a large species of eagle, found throughout sub-Saharan Africa near wide open waters. They are carnivores and feed mainly on fish. However, they also prey on birds, as you can see in this clip. This African fish eagle has superiority and launches an attack in mid-air with precision, and it ended up being a nice meal. The hawks are one of the primary predators and natural enemies of pigeons, also been known to chow down on pigeons, but it's not a staple of the animal's diet. This shocking clip shows a hawk attacks a pigeon and the hawk begins to pull feathers out of the pigeon, before eventually getting to the meaty parts. As you can see in this clip, this iguana is powerful and keeps trying to escape into the water, but it's too late. The hawk clamps its talons on it and injured the iguana. It doesn't take much time. Once the hawk feels the iguana is either weak enough or just plain dead, it take off with it. Number 3. Eagle hunting mountain goat. Since mountain goats live in the highlands, they can easily spotted by eagles. As you can see in this video, eagles are incredibly powerful. 150-pound goat was lifted into the air and dropped it down a rocky cliff. This eagle hopes that the power of gravity will kill its prey, and this is not the first time this kind of behavior has been documented on film. This golden eagle has incredible grip and amazing hunting technique for subduing the chamois. The eagle started by grabbing the goat with its sharp talons and attempt to drag it down the mountain cliff. The goat runs down the mountain and trying desperately to rid of the attacking eagle, but it's not easy. As it runs down, they both crash into huge rock, but the eagle's still hanging on. However, the goat drags the eagle on the ground, and even for this tenacious eagle it's too much. I guess its wing were damaged along the way. And finally the goat escapes. Number 2. Monkeys. This crowned eagle just killed a Mongol monkey. As we can see in this clip, the eagle attempting to take off with its prey, but it's too heavy. The eagle became restless and flew into a nearby tree, leaving its prey on the side of the road. This harpy eagle is one most powerful raptor with its incredible razor-sharp vision. its eyes can spot prey from over 2 miles away. The harpy did not want to wait any longer and immediately caught the monkey in the tree branch. Finally, this harpy eagle bring its killed back to the nest to feed its family. Monkey is excellent meal for this bird of prey. Nature isn't always sweet, and it is part of nature food chain. Number 1. Eagle hunting fox. This golden eagle spotted a fox in the plain. The fox sensed the danger, started to run as fast as it could. And you can see how the eagle tries to grab a running fox. The accurate blows of the eagle huge talon, leaving the fox no chance to escape. Check out how powerful this eagle is as it hold down a fox. It is not small prey, it's a fox, so it's so impressive. This is unbelievable clip. This eagle take off with a 30-pound fox clamped in its talons. Sometimes nature is cruel, even terrifying, with all majestically beautiful. I hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe and give us a like. Don't forget check out our other videos, and thanks for watching.